Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, my friend. In this video, I am going to talk about Jupiter's transit to the sign of Gemini. So let's do the mantras first and then we'll begin. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Vyam Ved Vyasaya Namah Om Guruve Namah. Fantastic. So we are all set to get into the video now. So Jupiter's transit to the sign of Gemini. As you know, it is going to take place on 14th of March 2025 and this will be until 1st of June 2026. So the entire transit during which Jupiter will be in the sign of Gemini will be around 12 months and 15 days, 12 and a half months broadly. Yeah. And how do we look at this duration? Because unless we understand that, it will be difficult for us to comprehend the entire analysis. Okay, so let me make it simplify for you. Okay, let me simplify for you. Let's say this is the sign of Gemini, the entire 30 degrees. Okay, generally, as we know that Jupiter changes sign every year, so generally we should assume or we should think that Jupiter will be in one sign for about 1 year, broadly 12 months, 13 months, broadly. But on 14th of May, I'm assuming to be the sign of Gemini. If Jupiter is entering to the sign of Gemini on 14th of May, ideally, it should be in the sign of Gemini till 14th of May end or June 2026. And then should be moving to the next sign, which is Cancer. But actually, within the span of 5 months, yes, you heard it right, within the span of 5 months, which is actually 18th of October. So 14th of May, and in the next 5 months, when we reach to the 18th of October, Jupiter will completely traverse the path of the sign of Gemini of 30 degrees. In 5 months, the speed will be that fast. So within 5 months, Jupiter will actually get into the sign of Cancer. Okay. And now when I'm saying I am going to make this video on the expected results for Jupiter's transit into Gemini, so does that mean I have to limit myself till 18th of October? I'll give the answer shortly, but you understand the clue. So in 5 months, Jupiter is going to traverse the sign of Gemini. And how do I kind of look at this entire 12 and a half months? When actually Jupiter is moving to Cancer on 1st of June? Hey, I am actually contradicting myself. Just now I mentioned that Jupiter is going to traverse the entire sign of Gemini in 5 months, which is 18th of October. Then what is 1st of June? Because after 5 months, Jupiter is entering into Cancer. Next 1 month, Jupiter will be direct in Cancer. Next half month, Jupiter will be retrograde in Cancer and come back to Gemini. So 1.5 months, Jupiter will be transiting into the sign of Cancer. You are with me? First 5 months in Gemini, next 1 month direct in Cancer, then next half month retrograde in Cancer. So the speed will be even faster, because whatever time it took to traverse in Cancer in 1 month, in half a month it will cover the same distance in hitting the Gemini again. 5 months, 6 months, 6.5 months, and then it is back in Gemini, but retrograde. So 3 months it is moving retrograde in Gemini, and next 3 months direct in Gemini. So 5 months in Gemini, 1 month direct in Cancer, half month retrograde in Cancer. We are at 6.5 months, 3 months retrograde in Gemini, 9.5 months, and 3 months direct in Gemini, 12.5 months. That's how this transit is of 12.5 months. Now, what should be the period for this video? I am going to cover when Jupiter is in Gemini and direct in Gemini. Okay, so that means first 5 months Jupiter is in Gemini and direct in Gemini. Yeah. Then 1 month in Cancer, I'm not covering in this video. Half month retrograde in Cancer, I'm not covering in this video. Next 3 months retrograde in Gemini, I'm not covering. Last 3 months direct in Gemini, I'm covering. So I'm covering the first 5 months of transit, which is basically 14th of May till 18th of October, and last 3 months of transit, which is basically from 11th of May 2026 to 1st of June 2026. Now you know the period of analysis for this video and the reason for that. Got it? Perfect. Let's move forward and straight away get into the 12 ascendant signs. Okay. So the first sign is Aries. So how this analysis is going to be for ascendant Aries. I'm not covering moon Aries. The results from moon sign are completely different. Those are not analyzed in the similar way. Okay. It is not as easy to say it is the material aspect, that is the emotional aspect. See, the point is what we are interested. We are interested in the hard cash. We are interested in the relationships which are occurring to us at the physical level. So let's stick to ascendant at this point in time. Okay. And also, as you know, this is a broader analysis based only on transit. I'm not even looking at your horoscope. And you are very well equipped to understand that actually analysis for a horoscope, for a chart, takes into account a lot of other factors. Placement of your planets, right? Dashas, a lot of other things. But in this video, as we are only looking at the transit, so let us stick to transit results, which are more generic, more broader in nature. Okay. So let me begin with the sign Aries, ascendant Aries. Okay. For ascendant, Jupiter will be in Gemini, which is the third house. And Jupiter is the 9th lord and 12th lord. So when I'm going to share my analysis, as you know, the way I kind of present in my second inning on YouTube, so to say, I've started to talk about the results straight away rather than going into the reasoning or how those things are happening. I'll speak a bit about that, but broadly I'll talk about the results and in a slightly more user-friendly way. So you can take you can have the ready-made takeaways for your individual life. And I'm not going to talk about the mundane astrology at this point in time, Jataka. Okay. So what is good for you, right? For Aries ascendant people, by Jupiter's transit to Gemini for these 8 months, right? If you have missed out the period of analysis, I recommend you to go to the intersection and go through that, and then you will understand why I'm saying this analysis is relevant for 8 months, which are those 8 months and why. That is important for you to understand first. All right. Good thing for my Aries ascendant friend. Well, thumbs up when it comes to finances, when it comes to wealth. You will see a lot of channels are being opened up. You know, when sometimes we go to a place like in Dehradun in India, it's in towards the northeastern side, so to say. There's a place where there's Sahasradhara. You know, there's a lot of small outlets of water coming through. People sit on them, some small boulders, small rocks, and then take the experience, take the pleasure of water coming through different channels. Sahasradhara, thousands of streams coming through. So likewise, for you, my friend, you will experience the wealth is flowing through different streams. So what does it indicate? That you may come across different areas, different ways and means to generate income. And when income starts coming through different channels and different means, it gets accumulated and we call it wealth. Understood? So this is a very good thing for you. I mean, there will be expenses as I've covered in different videos, Rahu transit, Saturn's transit, Hindu New Year analysis, fundamental analysis for the next year. So those things will definitely play. But specifically keeping in mind the Jupiter's transit, wealth will be with you. It will be your friend. That's a great thing. All right. Now, what is growing? What is growing for my Aries ascendant friend? Very, very nice thing. I'll call it in 2 ways. For you, the growth is in terms of your near and dear ones. No, I'm not talking about the relationship here. Slightly different. I'm talking about the kind of, let's say, if you have 3 people in the family, okay, then the growth can be in family numbers. There can be new entrant to the family. You understood that? If you live in a joint family, then people who are outside, let's say people have gone away from India to study abroad. People are within India but have gone to some other state or place to study, to live in hostel or not only for study but for their employment, for some other reason. They may come back. So the family, the strength which you're going to get from your near and dear ones is going to enhance. That's growing. And that's not only growing in terms of numerical growth, but the best thing, which Jupiter is going to bless, my friend, is that growth will be more in terms of your equity, your reputation, the stature, the status of your family, of your clan is going to enhance. Now, you'll be tempted to ask, hey, it's not a big deal in today's environment. When the wealth is on the high, when the wealth is on the rise, the thing which also enhance is stature and equity, because if you're more wealthy, people will look at you. That's true. But what I'm talking about the Jupiter's analysis. I'm not here covering the Rahu's analysis. If that be the case, I would say absolutely. If wealth is on the rise, reputation is on the rise. That is Rahu. But Jupiter is more about the knowledge. So, what does this indicate, my friend? That your reputation, your equity in society is not going to be on the rise because only on wealth, because of your deed. Because when Jupiter is playing its part, people will look at you in regard not only because of your wealth, but also because of your knowledge, your deeds. So, what does it indicate? That you are going to utilize the wealth on nice deeds, in the nicer way. That is a very good blessing, and that's what is going to grow for you. Fantastic. What will be your blessing? So Jupiter, as we say, when Guru comes in, when Brihaspati comes in, it comes to bless. Now, this is by far one of my favorite topic to speak on. The other favorite was Hindu New Year. I mean, if you have gone through that, you realize why I'm saying about that. Vedic beginning, how the next 1 year is going to be. Fabulous topic. But this among transit, like we say, among kings, the sun is the king. We say like that. Among transits, Jupiter's transit is the transit to seek for. Wonderful transit, wonderful period. No doubt about that. So, when such transit comes, it comes with some blessings. And my Aries friend, let me tell you the blessings. Very, very good blessing. Very good blessing. Your luck is going to work. Very generic statement, isn't it? Yes, my friend. Let me be very specific now. Where your luck is going to work. Couple of areas. One, when you are going to get into a relationship with friends. I briefly mentioned that your family equity will rise, your family will enhance, you will get the support of near and dear ones. I use that word. So, taking clue from that near and dear ones, so your relationship will not be limited only to your family per se, but your luck is going to support you in terms of having generic friendship. So you might have, let's say, few friends, good friends. Now, when I'm using the word friends here, let me be very clear. As an astrologer, I want to be very clear. I'm not using the word friends as friends with benefits or friends for benefits. I'm using the word friends as real and genuine friends. So Jupiter is going to bless you to have some real and genuine friends with you. That's a wonderful feeling. Family is on your side. You have got some association of friends. Luck is favoring you. They're not backstabbing you. They are supporting you. You are supporting them. That's also a great thing. That's why reputation is there for you. Wonderful thing. Just look out for that. The other place where luck will work for you in terms of relationship is that you will really value the discussion, the association with your father. You'll value the discussion with your father. You'll value his association. That's a great thing. People who value their parents by far are blessed by the Almighty in any case. In this period, Guru is there. So Guru, your elderly people, your parent, specifically your father, you will be having a very good relationship, and that's a great thing to have. It's a great support, good blessing. That's not it. That's not it, my friend. What will be your other blessing? Apart from the relationship, the subtle area of relationship. The other blessing is that you will experience that your capability, the artistic capability is going to be on the rise. Specifically, the way you express your thoughts, not in terms of how you communicate, in terms of watch or speaking. No, more than that, how you communicate through your email, the way you put some post on social media, or the way you put up a project report. There is a project going on and you are supposed to come up with the project report findings. You do some research and then put up the finding. I mean, the way you summarize the entire scenario, fantastic. Your writing capability, the way you structure the entire that themes and put up in that in a nice way to for the recipient to go through it, the way you will summarize, the way you come up with the presentations, right? Excellent, excellent looking presentation, and also conveying the message as it should be. So that is the blessing you're going to get. And now you know how to use the blessing. You can use this blessing in the areas where you need to exhibit all these traits, isn't it? That I leave it to you to decide and spend some time on. Spend some time and think about it. How you can leverage this blessing or these blessings. Okay. So my Aries friend, where will be your focus during Jupiter's transit during this 8 months? Your focus will be on building relationship. Now, I like to take a deviation. Excuse me. I like to take a deviation when I'm using the word friendship here. Your focus, the blessing in terms of the area of friendship was a bit different, right? But your focus in terms of friendship is completely different. Your focus is in terms of physical intimacy. You have a lot of friends, that's fine, but you're looking for that friend, that's someone special. You know that person, you like that person really well, and you're quite fascinated to that person. You want to be really getting personal to that person. So that is going to be your focus in this period. Okay? All right. And while there are a lot of good things happening, any transit or anything cannot be only about all the goody things. So let me speak about some pain areas also. So one pain area for you will be that somehow I'm going to say something very peculiar, but that's how it is. You'll feel that you're not getting some support, that kind of support which you are accustomed to get from your support staff, be it in office, somebody is helping you with doing a lot of heavy lifting or some transactional level work, or booking some meeting rooms, arranging for some logistics work. You are in office, sending some courier, arranging for the meals of your guests, arranging with the booking for the IPL match. So all that support kind of stuff, logistics stuff, administrative stuff, you'll find that you suddenly either people are leaving you, they are showing discontent with you, they are not happy with you, they're raising some issues with you, there's some problem in their family and they're not able to come to office to support you, come to your place of work. Your car driver somehow is absent and you may need to drive the car yourself. So that kind of things can be your pain area. See, these are the things. If they keep on happening, we don't pay any heed to these things. But the moment they stop, think about a situation. You are a working person, a male or a female. I'm not going to discriminate between the gender. And your house help is not around. This is more relevant in India. So my friend who are outside India, UK, US, wherever you are, so there I understand it is extremely expensive to get help. I mean, one of my friends was recently telling me that in the UK, the rate is about £60 per hour. And they like you to get into a commitment of minimum 3 hours of work. I understand that. But in India, it is a bit easier. And that's why in India, the quality of life, the kind of standard of living is relatively easier and quite better, the way I like it. And that's why I like to stay in India more. So think about a situation, you are a working person and that house help is not around. Oh my goodness, the entire day can go for a toss. So that is going to be your pain area. Now, caution. Caution for you, my friend. And please pay heed to this. With all this thing happening, all the blessings coming through, the good things, the wealth flowing in, people valuing you, all these things happening, it may happen that Mangal, we also need to consider the Lagna Lord. We are talking about the Jupiter transit per se, but Aries ascendant, Mangal will play its part. And specifically why I am talking about Mangal, not only because I am looking at the Lagna Lord for Aries, but because Jupiter is transiting in the 3rd house of Gemini. Who is the Karak for 3rd house? You know the drift, right? So that Mangal can actually get into your head. And if somebody goes against you, you will not be in the mood to forgive that person. That's the caution. Neither you will forget, nor you will forgive. Neither forget nor forgive. That will be your motto. Now, is it a good thing to carry on, or you like to revisit and fine-tune this thing? I'll leave it to you. But I am kind of projecting this as a caution for you, right? You can get the clue. Why is it caution? Okay, think about it. Now, a recommendation. Astrological recommendation, because you've been through all this analysis so far for yourself. So what is my recommendation for you? Two things to call it out specifically. As I mentioned briefly now, that you will be on the receiving side when it comes to the support from your family. That's a good thing. You will have some good friend, some network in the various aspects. You know it all. So with all these things happening, you will start to feel, okay, let me think about myself. Let me work on myself. Let me start going to gym in terms of physical fitness. Let me have some saving for future. So gradually it will begin with the nicer thoughts, but gradually you will get into your own shell. So you may also become a bit of self-centric. It is not that you are aware about this. This is more of a blind spot. That's why I'm projecting it as a recommendation for you. It will be more as a blind spot for you. You will not be able to realize that you're getting into the zone of being self-centric. And people are actually supporting you, who are standing with you in thick and thin. You may actually ignore them. Or let me put it the other way around. They may feel that you are ignoring them and you're working for your own benefits over a period of time. You got the point? So it is advisable, it is recommended to be vigilant, to be conscious specifically. So how you can do it? Every day, just spend 10 minutes of time and think through. Okay, these people are supporting me. They are in my good books. What am I doing for them? Am I reciprocating their support? Then think about it. What have you done for them? What more can you do for them? Even a single call to them and saying thanks, saying I am there for you can make a hell of a difference. It is not about spending money. Spending time is the most essential thing nowadays, my friend. So you think about those people, right? Spend some time. Let them be aware that you are there for them. That's the biggest recommendation I can give it to you. And if you do that, they will feel really happy and they will continue to be there for you. That's how we thank them. That's how we thank our guru. That's how we thank Jupiter. So Jupiter will be happy with you. This friend, this person, obviously he will not say friend. He'll say this person is good. He knows how to accept the blessings with folded hands. That's the thing. That's the way to go. The other recommendation. Well, I've spoken about friendship in different spectrums. But if you are willing to take your friendship with its special one, yes, to the next level, this is a good time. So what is the other indication in this statement? It is a good time that if you are relying on a person after Jupiter transits in that period, I'll talk about the periods also specifically towards the end of the video. Make use of those periods. Fantastic. You will experience if you take actions during that period in terms of relationship, there's highly likelihood things will be in your favor. Okay. That I'll cover either before, along with remedies maybe, yeah. Maybe you can use the timestamp. So if you're willing to take this friendship to the next level of marriage, good time. So the indication, I was on the indication. It indicates the person on whom you're relying will be a good person, will turn out to be a good person for you. That's the thing. But kindly go through the other transit results also, because Rahu can give something else. Hindu New Year analysis, that is the key. If Hindu New Year analysis is giving you the thumbs up, fantastic. But after that New Year analysis, I put Jupiter's analysis, because Jupiter has the power to cut through Rahu as well. There are various houses. Now, that also depends on your individual horoscope, but at a transit level, Jupiter has the power to cut through Rahu at various places. Okay. Recommendation. Now, who will be your support system? Because after all this, after going through the good things and not so good thing in the recommendation and all, it is good to know who is our support system. Anyways, by now, you are going to have some friends and all. You know that. But I like to call out specific support system with a caveat. Now, this caveat is only applicable to you, but not to other ascendants, because your position is quite peculiar because of this transit, the way the transit is being placed for you. I'll call out sibling to be on your side. But let me differentiate. I'll differentiate the sibling by saying elder siblings. That is my first caveat. So elder siblings will actually be quite supportive to you. No doubt, they are the part of the family, but I'm calling it on them specifically. Okay? It doesn't mean the younger sibling will not be your side. As I mentioned earlier, family will support you by far. But elder sibling, I'm calling it out specifically, but with a caveat. As you know, for Aries, Jupiter is in Maran Karak Sthana. And so you need to do some sort of remedy. And let me, though I'll cover the remedy at the end, but for you, I just feel like sharing something. You need to actually seek the blessings of the Aradhya of Shiva, who is Vishnu. I think that indication is good enough for you. If you do that, then you'll see this caveat of your elder sibling be your support system. I'll take away the caveat. And then the blessing and the support will be tremendous. I mean, he or she, that elder sibling, will actually be that game changer for your fortune to open up. Okay, that was it for Aries ascendant. Let me move forward to Taurus ascendant. So my Taurus friend, as you know, this is going to be the analysis based on Jupiter's transit to Gemini, and this is going to be valid for 8 months. Which 8 months? I request you to go to the intro section, because I've explained in detail why 8 months and which 8 months. Unless you understand that, how will you appreciate, right? That is one thing. And second, as you know, this is the transit, and this is more generic in nature, right? Your dasha, your placement of individual planets will also play a pivotal role, right? Alongside the other Gochara, other transit happening, which I've explained in my separate videos, be it a Rahu transit, Saturn's transit, and more specifically, kindly go through that Hindu New Year analysis. That is really amazing. So what I'm going to share my analysis here, specifically with regard to Jupiter's transit for those 8 months. So what is going to be good for you, my Taurus friends? Well, I am delighted to share with you that things have opened up for you now. With Jupiter's blessing coming your way, things are really opening up for you now. If you are in a business and looking forward to enhance your business, take it to the next level. If you have been waiting to actually start your business, let's say you are a creative person and you want to start a YouTube channel, as an example, time to go. You are in service industry. You have been waiting to look for a change in job. Go for it. You are in working in the service industry, in a job. You actually wanted to get some promotion. You don't want to change. Okay? Promotion was not happening so far. This is the time you're going to get promotion, my friend. So for you, good thing with Jupiter's blessing, that your career, your work is going to open up for you. It is going to support you. Wow, what better blessing. You know, if things are good at our workplace, automatically things will start to feel there's some sort of hormones flow in our head, you know, and that good impact will not only stay limited to our workplace, it gets translated to our personal space also. You start to feel happy about your own self. And then if you're happy with yourself, you will kind of share happiness with your network, with your friends, with your family members, with your partner, with your loved ones. So the entire life will feel like living, worth living. So that's the good thing is going to happen with you. Haven't you been waiting for such thing to come? It is coming now. So congratulations. Now, what is going to grow for you? That's the good thing I mentioned. There has to be some growth. Why growth? See, I am talking about the transit of Jupiter, Guru, Brahaspati. When a Guru comes to bless your horoscope, Guru always comes with blessing. Guru never takes anything from you. He only expects you to follow his path, his or her path, and do the right deeds. stay in the teachings, but he doesn't take or expect anything from you in return. He or she only blesses. That's the hallmark of a true guru. And who is the other true guru other than Brihaspati himself? Isn't it? So, when such a guru comes, the guru comes with some sort of blessings. He ensured that there's some growth in your life. So, which is the area which is going to grow for you? I'm delighted to share the area of growth for you, my Taurus friend. You know why? Because just now I mentioned earlier than growth section, what is going to be good for you, and that was in terms of your work. If work is good, what is the other area you like to grow? You like to find the deeper meaning of life, and that is the area which is going to grow for you. Spirituality. You will really appreciate, okay, this is something I need to appreciate, I need to work towards, and Jupiter is going to support you. So, why is it happening? Just I'm taking a step back. Generally, when somebody goes through a difficult phase where you need to stick to your grounds, and I earlier mentioned in my Saturn's transit video in detail, and also in my Rahu's transit video, that the kind of phase you were going through was not easy, but being a person who never gives up, never said die, you stood to your grounds. And after going through that kind of a scenario, you realize that ultimately it is all about the blessings. And when you actually going to get the blessings, you will not forget. You will not forget your guru. You will not forget your Almighty. You will be God-fearing person. You will try to take leaps ahead in that path, and that is going to grow. Fantastic. Fantastic. Now, what will be the blessing? Growth was one thing, but in which areas, with what Jupiter is going to bless you? The first blessing. I am so happy. I mean, things are really working out for you, my Taurus friends. You will have a good time at the job, I mentioned. So with that good time and with the blessing, the first blessing is that you're going to get some good finances in your way. And I've also mentioned through growth portion that you're going to tread in the right path. And when you have good things happening at your workplace and good things happening in finances, and even then, it's a very big thing. Because when you get the finance, when you get the money and you're getting success at your workplace, it's very easy to be swayed. But even then, that's a hallmark of a great person. Even then, you're treading on the right path. That's a very big thing. So it means you are extremely capable. You know how to tame your mind. So the blessing, not only you will get good money, the other blessing is that you're going to use that money in the right way. That is a wonderful blessing. I mean, don't take it for granted. Getting money is still easier, but putting that money to good use is slightly difficult. And you will do that. You will get that blessing. What is the other blessing? Now, obviously, with things happening around you, people will be in awe of you. They'll say, this guy or this girl is, scaling heights. There will be some challenges, some competitions. But Jupiter, seeing you, the way you are going in the right path, this guy, this girl is in my protection. Whatever enemy, whatever obstacle will come in your way, fish, you will be able to handle that single-handedly. But don't take that into your head. It is the blessing of Guru on your side. Always remind that. Okay? You will win over your enemies and competition, but your Guru is blessing you. What is the other blessing? That's not it, my friend. There are other blessings also. I'm really delighted. When I'm going through your analysis in my head and through my notes, I'm feeling really happy about it. So you'll be working somewhere. As I mentioned, if you're without job, you'll get the job now. You'll get the job. If you're not able to start the business, things were not working in your favor. Your tenders were getting rejected. You're waiting for the approvals to come. It will come now. So fine, business gets started. You got a new job, but it is not the end of the world. You have to start. You have to prove yourself. That's the bigger thing. That's the bigger challenge. Here's the blessing of Jupiter. Jupiter will help you to be able to form groups. Wherever you go, you will be, if you are in the leadership position, you'll have to form the groups. Let's say you got an opportunity to kind of restructure a process, to form a new capabilities in new service center, to understand a new field of work completely, to design or develop something completely in the area of engineering, to come up with new ideas in the area of healthcare industry, new drugs development, do some R&D in the area of drugs, different stages, take approval from respective authorities. So you have to prove yourself, and there you will be able to form different groups and delegate the responsibility. You will be able to manage those groups really well. You will get the acceptability from your network. If something is not working, you'll go through your contact list. You'll have a couple of numbers. You'll find out those numbers. You need to dial and seek advice. No doubt Google is there. But sometimes, when things are not working in our favor, even the research in Google doesn't throw the right outcomes, right? So when the time is with you and you go through the Google research, you will get the right results. You'll get those YouTube channels which will help you with the right information. So that's the blessing. Yeah? Great. That's not it. Another blessing, my friend, Taurus friend. Your relationship with your office network. I've covered network. Let me be specific. Your relationship with your boss will be at its best. Wow. I mean, utilize this period to build up for the future. Whether things are in your way, don't sleep over it. Use it in the best possible and the most constructive way. Build on it. Layer by layer, build on it. Don't sleep over it. Where will be your focus? So what will be your focus area? 2. 1. Work. But I just mentioned your work is going to be opened up for you. Things are going to work for you. That is the reason. If you're going to get new opportunities, you have to prove yourself. And you know this. That is the best thing I like about Taurus people. You know what you have to do. Because you know this, you will ensure this remains your focus areas. One of your focus areas. You don't want to drop the head down now. You want to ensure that things not only stay constant, stay nice, things get in the right trajectory. You want to ensure that. And the other focus areas, wealth. Because you realize the value of money. You've seen the tough days. And now when things are working and going to work in your favor, not only you want to earn wealth by the right ways and means, you want to utilize the wealth in the right way, you want to save the wealth for some rainy days. So those are going to be your focus areas. Spoken about so many good things and I'm happy about that. Finger crossed. There will be some sort of areas which I call pain areas. So what will be your pain areas? Well, the way things are placed, okay? Because for Taurus people, Jupiter is basically in your second house, right? And Jupiter, don't forget, is your 11th lord, which is very good. It is also your 8th lord, right? And also a couple of other things, the Karak and all. So the way I'm looking at the things and I'm coming up with the analysis for your pain areas, you'll experience that wealth. There can be some situations where you will feel there are some sudden change of events which can dwindle your wealth. So you're saving, you're earning income. I'm using the word wealth, not income. There's a difference, right? So you need to be really sure. Here's my recommendation to this pain area, that wherever you're investing your wealth, please be sure about this. Don't put your entire pot of money into 100% equity. There's a reasonable mix of debt and equity, right? Being a CI, I understand that really well, but it is not need for you to be a finance person to be able to understand the difference between debt and equity. Please ensure that your investment is reasonably secured, which is basically equity, debt, which is secured is debt, yeah. But it also should grow. It has to be a balance between growth and risk. So you cannot be completely opening your throttle and, acting on a tip from your friend and, just putting all your pot of money under one hat. No, don't do that. So be reasonable, right? Otherwise, there can be some challenges. Caution. Be caution. Yes, there is caution. So you may feel that you are quite capable. You've got the opportunities. You're worth doing it. But you need to keep learning. And you're good at learning. I agree. See, learning is one thing and application is another thing. If you're learning new thing and not applying the thing, it is a bit difficult. So you need to use your own effort, your own hands. If you are on the site, right? Use your own hands. Learn and apply those learnings on a day-to-day basis. Unless you upskill yourself, it is very, very important to upskill yourself and use that skill into your work. Then there is no looking back. That's my caution to you. Recommendation number 2. Kindly pay heed, my Taurus friend. Very, very important. Kindly do not consider anybody your enemy. Anybody. You never know. When things go against you in terms of finances, you may reach out to even your enemies to seek assistance. I know, I've told you, finances are on your side. But I also warned you to be cautious when it comes to decisions of your investment. God forbids if a decision doesn't turn out to be in your favor, and by that time you have made enough enemies, whom do you reach out to for that period of support? So do not consider anybody your enemy. When things are in your favor, take everybody along with you. Help people in their tough days so that when you need somebody's help, they're there for you, right? Who is your support system? So after all this, if you get to know your support system, isn't it fantastic? On somebody you can rely. Well, my Taurus friend, your support system is quite unique. It's your own self-efforts. And that's fantastic. Self-made man, self-made woman you are. And I think you appreciate it. In any ways, you're going to be really pragmatic and enthusiastic throughout this journey. So with your self-effort, you can turn the tables. Good luck. That was about Taurus ascendant. Let's move to Gemini ascendant. The way I am doing the analysis is I am covering 12.5 months of Jupiter overall transit through this video, but not the entire transit in this video. I am covering 8 months in this video. Why 8 months and which 8 months? I request you to go to the intro section. There's about 5 minutes of intro section where I've explained in detail why 8 months and which 8 months. Unless you have the visibility of that, you'll not be able to appreciate it much. Okay? And the other thing is that while I've already put across different videos on Rahu's transit, Saturn transit, and New Year, 1 year transit, those results will hold good. You understand. Whereas today in this video, I'll be talking about specifically Jupiter's transit, as you know. So Jupiter will have its own say. Jupiter is the guru. So while those results will hold good, if you have a good understanding of Jupiter's transit result, as well as Hindu New Year, that next 1 year's result, you are sorted. Okay? The third thing, I am talking about in this video, right? General level. I'm not looking at your natal horoscope. All right? So kindly respect the boundaries. And with that context, let's get into it. So what will be good for you? When Jupiter is transiting, let us begin our discussion with something good. Jupiter comes, Guru comes, let's talk about good. Anyways, I start my discussion with good all the time in transit analysis. So why not to start now as well? What is good to happen with you, my Gemini ascendant friend? Well, I'm really happy to figure out that for you, money is going to be your friend. And that is the good thing going to happen with you. So you will see there are different flows. Money is coming and you are able to save money as well. And then you're going to utilize that saved money into building some investments. Maybe you can go ahead and buy a big house for yourself, property, right? Which you actually wanted to buy for some time. So that is something good going to happen with you during this Jupiter's transit. Okay, good. What area will be growing for you? Now, why am I talking about growth suddenly? See, when I was making video on Rahu's transit, I spoke about illusions. But now, because I am talking about Jupiter's transit, it is about growth. When Jupiter comes, Jupiter as a guru, he ensures that different areas of our lives grows, right? So let's figure out which area of your life is going to grow. And that's great. I'm very happy to also share the growth area with you, because this is the area where people actually are not very aware about it. But once they get this growth, then they realize the importance of it. And that's nothing but Jupiter's own area of learning and knowledge. So in your case, the area of learning and knowledge is going to grow. How do we interpret this? How do we simplify this? See, my friends who are studying maybe in school, college, post-graduation, professional courses, executive programs, or even if you are working somewhere, you are in business space, still you are studying, making yourself better every day. So ensure that Jupiter is now blessing you so that you can have better opportunities of studying. You'll get different opportunities of making yourself equipped to meet the challenges. And remember, once you study, once you are knowledgeable, once you are learned, people start to value you. And then when they value you, they give you more work, they give you more opportunities. And then when you deliver, you also get money. So effectively, when I mentioned the good thing happening for you, the money thing, this is the way it is coming through. So first, Jupiter is blessing you, growing your knowledge and learning curve, because of which you are able to put in more efforts to learn and then apply your learning and then get more work and then get rewarded in return. So that is the cycle. Okay, good. So far so good. What will be your blessings? So as we know, we're talking about Jupiter. And when Jupiter, Guru, Brihaspati comes, is blessed with both the hands. It doesn't ask for anything in return. Guru only blesses. So let's speak about your blessings. First thing, very first blessing is going to be related to your fame. So my friend, with your efforts, with your delivery, with your knowledge, people will appreciate you. They will value you. And this will definitely make you famous, not only in your nearby circle, but also in the community. You will be a known figure during Jupiter's transit. You will observe that the fame which you kind of measure at this point in time will increase, will enhance. And that is definitely one of the big blessings of Jupiter. Okay? But at the same time, it becomes our responsibility when we start to get the fame, right? Unless we are expert in handling the fame, that's a different scenario. But when we start to get the fame for the first time, the initial experience, it gives us good feeling. You feel elated. At the same time, it also gives you responsibility to handle it with caution. So don't forget that. Don't get it to your head, or don't let it come to your head. The better way to say it like that. All right. Is there any other blessing for you? Absolutely. There is a very good blessing for you. And that blessing is very unique for you. Okay. So for you, people who are basically your students. Now, who will be your student? Let me complete the statement first. You are going to spend a good time with your students and guide them. So by students, do I mean a specific school setup where you are acting as a teacher and there's some random people sitting in the class acting as a students? No. When we're talking about Jyotish, we need to widen our horizon. All right. So by student, I mean anybody. So not necessarily in the school. Let's say you are in a working environment, service industry, and your juniors whom you teach, whom you tell how to do the work, they can be as your students. Even when you go to some senior stakeholders meeting and you kind of advise something, this is how it can be done, you propose something, then they listen to your proposal. They can act as your students. If you are in a business setup and you're teaching your stakeholders or your partners that this is how this machinery or this equipment works, then they act as your student, right? You are a YouTuber and you kind of help people to understand a specific thing, then they act as your students. So student is a very wide term, okay? So the blessing is that not only you will be able to spend some time with them, but you'll be able to guide them. And when I apply this logic at your home, who can be your student? Your kids, definitely. So how nice this blessing can be, that you're actually spending some time with your kids, helping them to grow in their career, in their studies, academics, sports area, wherever your capabilities are, or wherever you can guide them. That's a wonderful blessing. All right, good. Let's move forward. Well, is there any other blessing for you, my friend? Yes, there is one more blessing. So Jupiter is going to bless you that you will actually be a regular with your mantras and pujas. That's a wonderful blessing to have, because when we start to be regular with our mantra, prayers, puja, meditation, then a lot of things get resolved automatically on its own. And that is what's going to happen with you. This blessing is not about only that you are trying to be regular, but Jupiter will also ensure that as you are regular, as you get regular, so to say, you start to realize activation of energy within you. And that's a very good feeling. And once you have the realization, that will act as an automatic push for you to move forward to this journey on your own. That's a very good blessing. Okay? Now, my Gemini ascendant friend, where will be your focus? That's a good thing to know. Your focus will be on your work front, because you really want to stabilize your work front, regardless of whether you are in service industry or your business structure. You really are not very happy and content in the current setup. You want to expand, you want to try something new. Things are not moving. You're feeling a bit suffocated. I understand that. However, this is not a very good time where I recommend you to, go ahead and explore different things and change your job, right? No. Rather, I'll tell you, or I'll recommend you to stay put. Try to stick to the place where you are. I know it is a bit difficult to say. It is a bit difficult to do in practicality. It is easier to say, but difficult to do, right? So, still, but as you have the visibility of Jyotish now, that at this point in time, with upcoming Jupiter's transit, things are not opening up for you from work perspective that much. You have different blessings, different good things happening for you. But this is an area where you will have a lot of focus, because things are not opening up for you. That is the reason it will draw your focus. By focus, I mean, this is a thing which will play in your head 24/7. You really want to get this sorted. But at this point in time, my recommendation to you, stabilize your foundation. Gather the knowledge. Make a repository of the knowledge, so that tomorrow, when the things are in your favor, you have the knowledge base ready. And you utilize your knowledge base, you have the foundation ready. Already you are standing in the foundation, fundamental, and then you can start your journey one level up, right? Okay. So let us balance the life. We have spoken about some good things, and how about if I speak about one of your pain areas which can bother you? Obviously, you know that focus area is also kind of a pain area for you. But to be even more specific, so the pain area which can actually bother you is you will be a bit of impatient. That is obvious, isn't it? When things are not working as per your expectation at your work front, obviously you behave like being impatient. You'll actually feel that you want everything now, be it finding a new job, be it exploration in the business space, be it working of relationship, be it education, learning. You want everything immediately. No, nature has its own cycle. It takes time. If you plant a tree now, it takes time for it to nurture and grow. So like that, we have to understand that it will take time. But again, if you will utilize the time in building your foundation, in strengthening your foundation, fantastic. That will be way to go. Okay, good. All right. So what will be the caution for you, my friend? Well, the caution from my side will be that you will be tempted to be united with opposite sex. You like to go ahead into physical intimacy space. You'll be tempted a bit. So I am putting this under caution. Why? Because whether it is good for you or not good for you, it depends on the situation. Right? If you are looking out to get into a relationship and your intent is to take it to the next level, situation is different. Whereas if you are completely in a different scenario, I'll put the situation in a different way. So how you look at it, that will tell a lot of things. Okay? But this is something which I'm putting it across as a caution. Okay. What is my recommendation to you? My recommendation to you, my friend, will be that keep a tab over your mischievous thoughts. Those thoughts will come once in a while to your head. So you need to keep a tab on that. Otherwise, the caution which I have given you, you can actually get into that direction. You will actually get to the physical intimacy quotient quite soon and quite often. Okay? So keep that in mind. Who will be your support system? Support system is somebody or someone in whom we can confide. When we really feel the need that somebody is there who listens to us, who gives us a piece of word. Who is that person? How nice it will be if we get to know about that person, isn't it? So for you, my friend, your support system will be your teacher, your guru. If you stay in the guidelines of your guru, your teacher, then a lot of things will get resolved by itself. And whenever your chips are down, you know whom to reach out to for solace. Fantastic. That was my analysis for Gemini Ascendant. Let us move forward to Cancer Ascendant. So my friend, the way I'm doing the analysis is that I know that Jupiter will be transiting to Gemini sign and overall 12 and a half months. But in this video, I am covering the analysis for 8 months. These are not the beginning 8 months. Why 8 months? Which are these 8 months? I'll request you to go to the intro section. It's about 4-5 minutes of intro section. Understand that and then come back. Then you will be able to appreciate it much more. Okay? And as you know that this is more of a generic analysis, so I'm not looking at your natal horoscope. So let's respect the boundaries and understand it more from a broader perspective. And also I like to comment that while I've already made specific transit video on Rahu's transit, Saturn's transit, and most important one, Hindu New Year, how the next year is going to be a fundamental and foundational topic. Those results will hold good in their own space. Today's video, Jupiter's transit analysis, will have its own say because Jupiter is the guru. Jupiter will have his own authority, right? So as long as you understand the result of this Jupiter's transit plus New Year's transit for the next 1 year, you are sorted. Okay? You are in good space. Now let's get straight into different aspects for Cancer Ascendant friends. First, what is going to be good for you? You always start with good. And it is Jupiter's transit, it has to be started with good. Okay? The thing which is going to be good for you, I am extremely delighted to share with you because such opportunity doesn't come to so many people. And that thing is that you will be able to spend your money on good deeds and good causes. Now, it looks so generic and so simple, but it is not. If I elaborate it on further, you'll understand it is not that simple. First thing, you will be able to spend. So the automatic impression is that you will have money to spend. That is the first thing. So the good thing which is going to happen with you is because you already have money. That is the implied thing in this. Good thing for you? Fantastic. Now, somebody who has the money and the person is spending his money or her money on the nice and noble cause, Guru looks at it. And when you are in the attention of Guru, then a lot of challenges, a lot of pain areas, a lot of things get resolved on its own. So this good thing actually is not only a single good thing. This will have its own blessings as a subset, as a byproduct. And that is why I'm saying this is not a simple thing to have. This good thing happening in somebody's life is wow. It's just wow. All right? Okay, good. Now, what will be the growth area? See, it is the Jupiter's transit. It is not Rahu's transit where I'll speak about illusion, the area of illusion. All right? So, when I talk about Jupiter, I'll be more concerned about the growth areas, isn't it? So, what is the growth area in your case during these 8 months? Well, fantastic. The growth area for you is also that area which When this area grows with people, they actually understand the life. And this growth area for you is nothing else but spirituality. Well, let me tell you, this opportunity doesn't come to people quite often. Now, this opportunity is knocking at your door. So grab it with both the hands. Spirituality is not only limited to non-material aspect. Rather, the moment the area of spirituality grows in somebody's life, the moment the person becomes spiritual, the actions, the thoughts will also be in that direction. And thoughts will form into habit, and habit will form into actions. That's how. From thoughts, your actions will come. And your actions will become sattvic, or at least from tamasic to rajasic at least. Automatically, Guru will take a note of it. Almighty will take a note of it. And things will start to get resolved. You will start to get more and more blessings. So that's how the transformation comes. Transformation is not a word that, okay, you think you want to get transformed. No. Even the thought for you to get transformed comes with the blessing of the Almighty. And that blessing is coming in the form that this area of your life is going to grow now. So my best wishes to you, my friend. Make best possible use of this opportunity. Okay? Good. What will be your blessing? As Guru is transiting, Guru will come with both hands blessings. Guru doesn't ask anything from return. It just blesses. Okay? So blessings. First blessing. You will actually experience that you are traveling quite often. Right? And you will also encounter short travel as well as long travel to foreign distance places as well. Now, foreign has its own connotation. Let's say you are living in an apartment, hypothetically, and you are moving out to your house and going to your neighbor's house. Is that foreign? Food for thought. If you are living in your apartment, let's say for 2 years, and you have never met your neighbor, your work timings and the neighbor's work timings are quite opposite. You're never seeing your neighbor, you don't even know who the neighbor is. So, then that becomes a foreign person for you. And when you're going out from your house to that person's house, that's a foreign travel. How beautiful. How beautiful. I am not measuring the travel by distance. In different places, we actually have to look at the different concepts. But here, for this purpose, I am calling it out differently. So, foreign for you will be people who are unknown to you in this case. That is the only point I want to make. So you will travel, people will also travel to your place, you will interact with them and they are going to support you. They're going to help you achieve your objectives. They're going to give you resources, money, other support, mental level support, so that you're able to achieve your objective and in return you're able to get money. That's a very good blessing. Don't you think so? Yes, it is a very good blessing. So basically the blessing is in terms of having money. And with the help of people who are unknown to you. But now they will be known to you with Jupiter's blessing. Who is Jupiter? Akash Tattva. It connects people. And if Jupiter has decided to connect you with somebody, then that connection through Akash Tattva will stay for longer. It is not a connection which is intended to be made by Rahu, but by Jupiter. Alright? Good. Any other blessing? Yes, there is, my friend. When you are going to get success, when you are going to get famous among your group, there is going to be a lot of challenges, jealousy, obstructions, resistance, enmity. But blessing, Jupiter is helping you to achieve your objective. So, Jupiter is blessing you that you are able to go through all such obstacles with relative ease. Wonderful blessing to have. All right, good. So far, so good. Okay, what will be your focus area? The thing which will play into your mind 24/7, that's the focus area. So the focus area for you will be nothing else but wealth, finances. No doubt, people are helping you to get more and more finances. You're putting in efforts, you are achieving your objective, it's all there. But you're also spending on noble causes, remember? And also other spend. Still, so you need money. You need more money. And that's why your focus is on finances. You want to get some more money. That's the thing where you are thinking through. Okay. So let's balance out the life. We've spoken about some good things. So what will be your pain area? Okay. Now this is quite unique. Your pain area is going to be your expenses, and probably that's why the focus area is on finances. Now it makes sense. Expenses, or what kind of expenses? Expenses can be also in vices. For example, okay, such as you may like to spend more on boozing. Let's go for booze. You may like to spend on escort services. Yes, it can be there. And you can also feel like spending more on buying expensive gifts to impress upon somebody. Well, hold on. I just mentioned in your good portion that you are going to spend on noble causes. And now this is just completely an oxymoron. I am contradicting myself. That's it. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Life is all about contradiction. So it also takes us to a different point, that though this analysis is for 8 months, things will not remain constant and consistent for the entire iteration. Even the next moment can change. We know that very well. So it means during this 8 months, some period will come where your expenditure will be absolutely on noble causes, whereas during other times you will be under the temptation to spend on such things as well. And how to find out which time is which? Well, towards the end of the video, I'll specifically talk about the timings. I think that area, that aspect can give you a very good clue to understand it more and understand it better. So stay with me till then. Okay. Now, caution. What caution can I give you? My friend, caution for you is in the area of relationship. Can I be a bit more specific? I can. Relationship with your father. I know you will say, I have good relationship with father. I do understand that. But this is Jyotish wisdom, Jyotish visibility. So if you know, in the upcoming time, there can be situations where such things can arise. And as children, it is our responsibility to ensure that our parents stay happy. At least they should not feel sad or bad because of us at the least. Now that you know, why can't we take some remedial measures in advance? Create some situations where at least we remain flexible. We don't get into confrontation. You know, such things can emerge. So let's stay away from confrontation and let our father be happy. Yeah? Okay. That is the reason of putting it under caution, so that you think about it twice. Okay. What is my recommendation? First, recommendation number 1. See, due to your inherent, hidden, secret desires, if you decide to go in a different direction, then there can be possibility that you have some confrontation or conflict with your spouse. That is but natural. Even if you're not married, and if you intend to kind of explore that area, which I mentioned earlier, you know, spending in different area and going into that area, then if you are already committed to a partner, conflicts can come with that partner, even not spouse. Okay. So my recommendation to you is, see, if you are able to channelize this 12th house energies of getting momentary pleasure to eternal spiritual experiences, that's possible. That's also possible. It is all about the intent. Because that eternal pleasure of spirituality is much better than momentarily pleasure of materialism. Philosophical thought, but possible. And you have the blessings of Jupiter during this period, as I mentioned earlier. So you can very well utilize that blessings and stay on that course. Okay, good. So far, so good. What is my recommendation number 2? Try to sleep in time. I know it's going to be very, very difficult for you. Very difficult for you, but still try. Because why I am calling it out as a specific recommendation? Because if you try even to sleep in time by 5 minutes early, 10 minutes early, then you are showing your intent to your guru. Hey, I'm trying to make you stronger. I'm trying to make you stronger. I'm trying to get into sync with the nature. And as we know, if we take 1 step towards guru, then guru will take 100 steps towards us. So it is all about your intent, showing your effort. The more you try, the better guru will bless you, and more you will be able to try and achieve sleeping in time. Because if you are able to achieve that, rest assured, guru is very, very pleased with you. This is a very good indication for you to know. Who will be your support system? Now, at some point in time in life, when things are not going way we want somebody in whom we can confide, right? So that person for you is going to be your mother. Mother anyways is so nice, always thinks about her children. But for you specifically, during this period, you may get into a situation where you travel to your mom's place if you stay away due to your work, due to your education, or there can be a possibility your mother may travel to your place, right? Because remember, we are talking about Jupiter's transit and support system, which has the blessing and stamping of Jupiter. It is not Rahu. If you go through my Rahu's video, Rahu analysis, I might have spoken about the support system, but then if this was a transit analysis of Rahu and your support system was mother, then Rahu would have ensured that you stay away from your support system as much as possible. But Jupiter being Akash Tattva, Jupiter will try that whenever your chips are down, Jupiter will create some situation so that you are closer to your mother. See the beauty of Jupiter. That's why Jupiter's transit is one of my most favorite transits. The only other favorite transit is Hindu New Year, Vedic New Year. These two are by far the most favorite. All right, good. So this was about Cancer Ascendant. Let's move forward to Leo Ascendant. So my friend, the way I'm doing the analysis is that, first of all, Jupiter's transit will hold good for 12.5 months in Gemini. But I am covering the analysis for 8 months. So if you're not aware which 8 months I'm referring to, I'll request you to go to the intro section. It's hardly 4-5 minutes of intro section, where I've explained why 8 months and which 8 months. Once you have the visibility of the 8 months, you will be able to appreciate this analysis much more. Okay. Second thing I want to call out is that this is a transit analysis generic in nature. As you know, I'm not going to look at your individual natal horoscope. So let's respect the boundaries and look at in that framework. And third, I've already put up a Rahu, Saturn, Hindu New Year transit separate video, right? So those results will hold good. But Jupiter being Guru, this transit's result will have its own authority, will have its own say. The only other transit result which can dare to come close to that kind of authority is only Hindu New Year, which the video, I think the previous transit video, right? So that, where I've given the analysis for next year from this Hindu New Year till next Hindu New Year. So as long as you are aware about the results of transit for Hindu New Year, Vedic New Year, so to say, and Jupiter, you are sorted, you are in good space. Okay, so with this context, let us look at what is good for you. I always start my transit video with something good, but today it is Jupiter's transit. I have to start with good, shouldn't I? Okay. So what is going to be good for you? Oh, I'm delighted to see. I'm delighted to figure out that the thing which is going to be good for you is really good. It is sweeter than the chocolate. That good. Unless you don't like, if you don't like chocolate, it is better than what you like. Okay, let me put it that way. So, the good is about acceptability. You will be accepted by one and all. Where you live, where you study, where you work, where you do business, where you do vocational courses, where you fulfill your passion, where you fulfill your dreams. Wherever you are, you will be recognized and accepted by people. This is a smart statement to make. Shall I elaborate on this statement? I should. Why will people accept you? And why do people accept somebody? I am saying, is it because of your money? Well, then I will not call it in such huge dignity. People are going to accept you for a different reason. They are looking at your knowledge. They are looking at your learning capability. They are looking at your consultation capability, the way you provide consultation to them. That kind of capability people are looking. All right, I'll build on it further. But this is good thing happening to you, my friend. Moving forward. What will be the growth area for you? Okay. So, growth, I am talking about Jupiter's transit. So, when Jupiter knocks at the door, we start to look at the growth, where the growth is happening, isn't it? So, the growth area, which is that area going to be for you? Let's find out. So, for you, it is going to be in the area of your social circle. You will experience that your friends, your network, your social circle is growing. And let me tell you, because this growth is blessed by Jupiter and not Rahu or Saturn or any other planet. So this growth has a completely different connotation. I am putting this under growth. Had this been under Rahu's transit analysis, I would have put this under caution. Because then your intent would be more to get physical intimate with somebody. Because Rahu will create such illusions and create such thoughts, right? Let me get physically close to that person. Let me derive that pleasure of physical intimacy. But Jupiter, no. Growth in your network, in your social circle is completely different in this scenario, right? When you interact with them, you're talking more intellectual stuff. You're talking about Vedanga, you're talking about scriptures, and you're talking about different subjects. You will talk about some space research things. You may talk about some environmental issues. You may talk about some different economical, financial things, some bigger microeconomical things. You understand? The subject is not defined now. I'm not defining the subject. That will depend on your individual horoscope. Which area or which subject are you going to pick up for discussion? That's also possible to tell. But using your individual horoscope, right? And while I am building up that you will have enhanced or expanded social circle, my next question will be, how are you going to achieve this? Can I be a bit more specific? Yes, I can. You're going to achieve this with your own communication. And can I build further on that? Okay, before building it further on that, let me also bring Jupiter in this discussion. Because when Jupiter is blessing you, not Rahu or Saturn or Mars, right, or even Mercury, so Jupiter will ensure that there is no misunderstanding in communication. If you are speaking something, some thought is coming to your head, and you want to convey that thought, so Jupiter will give you that kind of power so that you are coming up with the right words. That's the beauty of Jupiter. Okay? You know, Mercury gives you the linguistic capability. I understand. You're not wrong. You're thinking in the right way. Okay. Let us say there's a dictionary which has 1 million words, hypothetically. So Mercury gives you the capability to pick up one of the nicest words from that 1 million words. But what will Jupiter do? Jupiter will give you that wisdom that you can form another word. And then that word will get added to the dictionary, and then Mercury will have the capability to pick up that word also the next time. You understand? You are under the blessing of Jupiter, my friend. Very big thing. Okay. Is there any other blessing? Absolutely. There is another blessing on your way. Well, I spoke about your network. You will interact on different subjects, and some of them can be in terms of Vedanga, philosophical discussion, some literary discussion, intellectual discussion. Jupiter's blessing is also there. With all these discussions, you are going to enhance your knowledge base in a big way. You will be a learned person. Wherever you go, whatever topic is being discussed, you will have something or other to add on to that topic. And that's a great thing. This you're going to experience soon. And that's not about it. If you are a person who is interested in writing books, this is a good time. Thumbs up. Maybe there was a situation where you have been writing books, but no publishing house was ready to take a punch on you. Now they will listen to you. And even if you are not in the book publishing space, you are just learning and building your knowledge base, you will be able to put up some very good notes, regardless of the state of education or study you are in. Regardless, you are a student, college, school, you're doing PhD, higher learning, executive programs, office studies, business studies. It is always suggested that whatever you study, you note it down in a summarized way or a detailed way, whatever you feel, so that tomorrow, when you're applying your learning, you have something to refer to. So this blessing is also on your way, that not only you will be getting those sort of interaction within your network, you will be able to make a repository of your knowledge. Wow, it's a fantastic thing. Your notes making capability will be amazing. And this is not only limited to your notes for your personal space. If you are in a service industry and you are supposed to present a project report, the way you will come up with the project report and the way people will understand the recipient, You will think from the perspective of the audience and the recipients. You'll summarize it in a nice way. If it is supposed to go to the CFO of the organization, you will summarize in a different way. If it is going to go to the general public, you will expand it in a different way. So basis the audience, you will take that call and accordingly structure your thoughts in words. How nice is that? Okay. So far, so good. Okay, moving forward. Is there some other blessing? Yes, there is. Blessings are there. I'm so happy to share, my friend. Lots of blessing your way. Why are you worried about if your moon is in Leo and you're worried about conjunction all the time? If you are Leo ascendant and you're worried about your 8th house has so many planets, hold on. This is the time to smile. Let's smile. See how many blessings are coming your way through Guru. So forget all those things. This is the time to smile because Jupiter has its say. Remember, if you are under the radar of Jupiter and if you're covered in the Vedic New Year analysis, you sort it. So what is your another blessing? See, you have that kind of things working in your favor when you actually can take a punt on the stock market. You will have the potential to understand stock market and also have the capability to generate money or earn through stock market. Whenever I say about stock market or any such thing, I always give the disclaimer. See, this is a broader level analysis. I'm not looking at your individual chart. So if you're taking such decision, hold yourself accountable, but nobody else. Because this is your life, it is your decision. You have to be responsible to take such material decisions, right? But I can give you indications. And also I can help you further because I can not only give you indication this is working in your favor, but also I can tell that also in these 8 months, which I am covering in the analysis, which are the specific months where if you take that kind of punt, that can actually be more beneficial to you. And towards the end of the video, I'll talk about those favorable or supportive periods, so to say. Supportive periods, yeah. Okay, let's move forward. What will be your focus area? Because focus is very, very important. There is something which will play into your mind throughout, all the time, 24/7. That becomes your focus area, right? What will be your focus area? See, now this is quite unique. I'm saying unique because the focus area is actually relationship. Okay. Why relationship? Earlier, I mentioned that growth is in your network. I do recall that. I do remember that. Is focus area because of that? No. In spite of having so many good friends along your side, you will still feel the vacuum and will look forward to someone special. And you know who that person is. And you want that person besides you. That's the beauty. You want that person to beside you. You want that person besides you. Don't you? That is the reason those thoughts are coming in your mind throughout. And what kind of... Okay, I'll talk about it a bit later. So that's your focus area. And what will be your pain area? While we're talking about different good things, let us equate and balance the life. So let's talk about the pain area. So for you, the pain area is in the domain of finances, wealth. The way I look at it, you will experience a bit of challenges or problem in your normal flow of income. That can be your pain area. It will be there, but specifically, what is my caution? My caution is that you need to take utmost care of your spend, which you anyways take. But the caution, you have to specifically be cautionary in the month of June. Throughout 8 months, I am advising you to be caution, to take caution, but specifically in the month of June, super cautious. That's the recommendation. Okay. What is other recommendation? Well, I initially mentioned your focus area. You want somebody to be besides you, remember? And then I mentioned I'll build it on later. So now I'm building on the same thing in recommendation. When you're looking forward to have somebody besides you, you're not looking forward to take that friendship to the next level of marriage at this point in time, right? So is it because you are not feeling that you are financially at that stage of life where you want to be? Or for some other reason, which you know best? But the thing is, you want to give your friendship a bit more time. You want to experience that togetherness. So what you want? Okay, Let us be friends for some time. Let us have late night coffees. Let us have late night long drives. Let us go to that show, stand-up comedy show together. Let us go for that movie together. And let us go for that sport together. Let us enjoy, live life together. But not being committed at this point in time. Remember? So my recommendation, all that is great. The decision is yours, your life. I respect that. There's no judgment. However, if you intend to take it to the next level, Jupiter is supporting. Jupiter is blessing you. So take the decision wisely. Okay. Who will be your support system when you're not feeling that high and you want to confide in somebody? And if you get to know who that person is in whom you can confide, how nice would that be? So for you, that will be your friends. And specifically, who are elder to you. I try to be more specific as much as I can. So those will be your support system. That was my analysis for Leo Ascendant. Let's get into Virgo Ascendant, shall we? Okay. So Virgo Ascendant friends. The way I'm doing the analysis is that though Jupiter is transiting from 14th of May 2025 to 1st of May 2026 in Gemini, and that entire duration is 12 and a half months. But I'm covering this video, the analysis, the portion I'm covering is 8 months. Why 8 month? Which 8 month? Request you to go to the intro section, hardly 4-5 minutes. Unless you have that visibility, how can you appreciate this analysis in a better way? Okay. And second, this analysis is not for your natal horoscope, but at a generic level. So let us respect those boundaries and understand the analysis in that framework. And third important call out before I begin is that I've already done the analysis of Rahu's transit, Saturn's transit, and my favorite Hindu New Year's transit analysis for the next 1 year. That analysis, all that will hold good. The Jupiter analysis will add another layer on top of that. And remember, Jupiter being Guru will have its own stamping authority on all the other analysis. The only other analysis which can dare to come closer to Guru's analysis is only Vedic New Year, that Hindu New Year analysis. I put the video, I think, prior to that. So as long as you have the visibility and clarity of that Vedic New Year analysis and Jupiter's analysis, you are sorted. You are covered. Okay. So, beginning, what will be good for you? We'll start with good. That is great. We're talking about Jupiter. So let us begin with good. So for you, my friend, I'm very happy and delighted. Time has come for you have been waiting for. So for you, the workspace is going to open up. Go and grab it. If you're feeling suffocated at your workplace, you wanted to explore different areas in your business, time to go. So you are going to meet with plenty of opportunities. New opportunities will come your way. People will give you more work, more challenges, more responsibilities. Grab it with both hands and build onto it. All right? So this is your time. Go for it. If you are a YouTube creator as an example, and you have been waiting to start, this is the time to start. If you are experiencing challenges when you are not getting a lot of views on your videos, forget it. This is going to be your time. Start. Go for it now. If you are in a business and you are facing challenges wherein clients were not responding to your request for collaboration, none of your marketing strategies, advertising strategies were working, this is the time. Rejuvenate yourself. Try again. Things will work out now. All right? So this is the good thing going to happen for you. All right. Which area will grow for you? Remember, we are talking about Jupiter's transit. And whenever Jupiter comes, Jupiter blesses with growth. We need to identify the area of growth in our life. So let us see which area holds promises for growth in your life. Okay? And I'm feeling elated. That for you, there are few different ticks which are going to grow. The first tick is your life is going to be really comfortable. The area of comfort, pleasures, that area is going to grow. Subtle hint, you will be able to afford those things. How nice. You understand the meaning of being able to afford? Yes, you do. And also, the other area which is going to grow for you is that you will be actually contented. And what is the subtle indication? When will you be really contented? When are you contented? When your stomach is full. You will have enough resources to be able to afford the luxuries of life and good food. So that's the wonderful thing which is going to grow for you, right? Good. What will be your blessings? Remember, Guru is coming. Whenever Guru comes, it comes with blessing. It doesn't expect things in return. It only blesses. So the blessing which is there for you, the very first blessing, I'm very happy to again share this with you, that your work, you yourself, your capabilities will be valued by people. And when I'm saying valued by people, let me be more specific. It will be valued by people in authority. Wow. When people in authority start to take a note of you, then not only they value your work, they also give you more accountabilities, more challenges, more responsibilities. And when you deliver on those responsibilities, you also get more wealth, more income. So it's a cycle. It's a cycle, and which is going to favor you this time. Fantastic. So far, so good. Okay. Is there any other blessing? Yes, my friend, there is another blessing. You will get opportunities to travel, distance places, and also people from foreign locations and foreign travel, they will come to you. So you're going to interact with different foreigners. And foreign is a very wider connotation. I'm not going to repeat it. I've already discussed it earlier. So people who are unknown to you will become known to you, specifically because Jupiter being Akash Tattva, it will ensure that your interaction and engagement with people unknown to you, foreigners, will become very nice for long term. Akash Tattva connects people, remember? So that's a very good thing. That's a very, very good thing. And those people will not only be connected to you, they will give you more work. They will help you. They will give you support for you to be able to deliver on your existing work. They will provide you resources. That engagement will be in your favor. That's a very good blessing to have, right? All right. There is another blessing, my friend. There's a long list of blessings for you. All right. Another blessing is that very good blessing. Now, when this blessing comes, all the other blessings look feeble. All other blessings look feeble when this blessing comes. And this is the blessing of Jupiter being true Jupiter. Jupiter is going to color you in its own color. Jupiter is going to make you spiritual. Wow. Because the moment you go into that direction, your thoughts change, your habits change, your action change. And when your actions also go in the right direction, then Guru and the Almighty make a note of it. And then they bless you even more. They bless you with even more resources. Right? So this blessing, because the thought to be religious is also one of the blessings of Guru. It doesn't come on its own. Because he's blessing you to have this kind of thought, you will think about going in that direction. Right? Good. Where will be your focus? So what will be your focus area? So that is very peculiar. Your focus area will be actually on the luxuries of life. See, you're going to interact with different people, foreign people. You're going to travel to different locations, different people will come to you. You're going to be in contact with so many things at material level. And you'll feel like, let me experience this luxury of life. Let me live this aspect of life as well. So that's why the focus will be on living the luxuries of life, experiencing that side of life as well. And not only that, you will also think about buying a new property, a big property, buying a new vehicle, big vehicle, not a small thing. So it's all about luxury. If you are thinking to buy a Merc, it has to be S-Class from India context. If you're willing to buy an SUV, it has to be Fortuner, 4x4, automatic, my favorite, right? It's a beast. I love to drive this. Okay, so that's the kind of focus area you will have. So let us balance out the life. We've spoken about a lot of good things. Let us balance what will be your pain area. So you will experience botheration, some bit of botheration in the area of relationship. To be more specific, with your partner. Your partner, though supportive, will not do what you expect the partner to do. The partner will have his or her own thoughts, The partner will be extremely opinionated. He will not budge. He or she will not budge. So that kind of contradiction, confrontation will arise, and that will bother you, right? Few cautions. Caution number 1. You may get into romantic relationship. Is it because you're not gelling well with the partner? I don't know. But you will get into those kind of situations where you may end up getting into a romantic association. All right. Caution number 2. You're doing so much. You're focusing on luxuries of life. You are focusing on your work. You are trying to be successful, meeting the objectives of the organization, expanding your business. You're quite occupied, right? So my caution is you need to be sure that you're not neglecting your children in all this, right? Now, the benefit of Jyotish is that now that we have that kind of visibility, so now we can be conscious and we can earmark, let's say 15, 20 minutes, half an hour every day and spend with our children so that they also appreciate that we have time for them, we think about them. So please take a note of this. What is my recommendation to you? See, Jupiter is going to bless you with good healing capabilities. I'll not do injustice if I start calling you a good healer. If you experience that kind of power in you, why not to help others, right? If you feel people will come to you asking for help, please share their sorrow. The best help you can do is to spend some time with them, think about them, help them to achieve their objective. See where they are facing problem and try to be there when they need you, right? If you do that, remember Guru is watching you. So that's my recommendation. When you start to experience that healing power in yourself, it is time for you to think about others and be there for others who need you. Who will be your support system? Now, support system is that when the chips are down, when you feel you need to take respite in somebody, if you are aware about that support system, how nice can that be? And for you, the support system is going to be people in authority. But here's a call out. When you have such a support system, it is definitely very, very good, excellent for workspace. But you need to put up a boundary. You cannot mix your personal space with such people. They're very powerful people. You have to be professional and create a boundary. Work, good, to discuss with them. Personal space is personal. So keeping that thing in mind, you have to ensure that you have a wonderful support system in place for you with the grace of Jupiter. That was my analysis for Virgo Ascendant. So let's move to Libra Ascendant. So my friends, my analysis is structured in a very simple way. So first of all, as you know, Jupiter is going to transit to the sign of Gemini, and the overall duration of transit is 12.5 months. But in this video, I am going to cover this analysis for 8 months. Why 8 months and which 8 months? I request you to go to intro section, hardly 4-5 minutes of duration. Once you have the visibility of those 8 months, you will be able to appreciate this analysis much more. All right. Second call out is that this is more of a generic analysis. I'm not looking at your individual natal horoscopes, right? So let's respect those boundaries and understand from that mindset. Yeah. And the third call out is that you know that I've already put specific videos on Rahu's transit, Saturn's transit, and my favorite Hindu New Year's transit analysis. While those results will be there, this Jupiter's transit will add a very, very fine layer on top of the results. Because Jupiter being Guru will have its stamping authority on all the transit results. Yeah. The only other transit result which can dare to come closer to Jupiter's transit result is only Vedic New Year's result, which I covered in that Hindu New Year's video. That video was more about 1 year of result. So as long as you have the clarity of that Vedic New Year 1 year result plus this Jupiter's transit result, you are sorted. You're well covered. Okay. So with this context, let us get straight into what is going to be good for you. Always start with good things happening for you. Okay. So my friend, for you, the area in which you are going to experience something good for you is a very, very nice area. People do not really appreciate the worth it carries. That area is nothing but the pure Jupiterian area of learning and knowledge. In that area, things are going to be good for you. Now, the moment I'll build onto it, you will start to appreciate Oh, it can be the repercussions. It can be the connotations. See, wherever stage of education you are, school, college, or executive programs, PhD, higher learning, learning something in while you're working in service industry or in a business space, wherever you are, the moment Jupiter blesses you to be able to learn something, right? When you deliver, you go to the next level, people start to appreciate. If you are in school, you get good grades, you get into admission into good college. If you are in college, you get good grades, you get a good job. If you are in a job and you are able to learn more and apply your learning, you get good results, good performance, good rating, good bonus. If you are in business, you learn the behavior of client, you learn the market, you apply a good marketing strategy, you enhance your sale, enhance your revenue, reduce your expenditure. So this blessing will eventually help you to earn more. This good thing is not only good thing. This is the good thing which is going to happen with you, my friend. Because it is starting from the root. And it is a reasonable long period. Right? So make the best possible use of this good thing happening in your space, my friend. Best wishes. Okay. Second part of my analysis. What will be your growth area? See, I'm not talking about Rahu's transit where I'll speak about illusion area. No. This is my favorite Jupiter's transit. So, what will be the growth area? When Jupiter comes, it grows, right? It grows different aspects of your life. Which aspect of your life is going to grow? Let's find that out. Let me put it in a very different way. The aspect of life which will be growing for you is that will make you version 2.0 of your own version. So you will be 2.0. Now, can you interpret that yourself? It simply means whatever area you are going to work in, you will find that you are much more capable, you are much more equipped, you are much more knowledgeable, you are much more learned than earlier. So you are version 2.0. And I'm not comparing you with artificial intelligence or AI. I'll be calling you NI, natural intelligence, who will rule the AI, who will develop the AI, that kind of intelligence. AI too will be dependent on NI, and that's what you will bring into. So what an area of growth. Version 2.0. Wow. I mean, fantastic. People will reach out to you asking for your advice. Any topic. You may need to do some research, that's fine. But you will have the mind to be able to understand that research or understand the topic. Any topic, people will come to you. You'll give your recommendation in a very structured way. Point 1, 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, tuck. You sorted, done. That's the kind of confidence you will inculcate in others. That's the kind of version 2.0 you are going to be, my friend. So far, so good. Okay. What will be your blessings? Jupiter is coming to your chart in Gemini. Jupiter, Guru comes with blessings. Guru doesn't expect things in return. Rather, Guru gives blessings. Yeah. So what will be the blessings for you? Let's find that out. So my friend, Jupiter is really happy with you, it seems. Because the very first blessing is that Jupiter is going to make you spiritual. You'll start to do puja, mantras, some sort of meditation. You'll try to be regular with that. That's a wonderful thing. That is a wonderful thing. And do not leave this out. If you're getting such sort of feeling in your head, this itself is blessing of Guru. Otherwise, nobody can get even this kind of feeling or desire to do mantra or prayers. Getting this desire is a very good indication that Guru is happy with you. And then when you get this indication, do not disappoint or let your Guru down. Agree? All right. Is there any other blessings? Yes, my friend. There is other blessings as well. So, and the other blessing is also linked to the earlier blessing. Now, Guru can give you desire to be regular with your mantra and prayer, and that's about it. Then it is your journey, your individual push. But no. In your case, Guru is not stopping. Guru is not stopping at that juncture. Guru is going ahead and also giving you the blessing of putting in efforts to be regular with your puja and mantra. How amazing. Not only Guru is giving that kind of thoughts in your head, but also Guru is giving you that power to put in self-effort to achieve that thing. And now, even if you don't do that, then that can be a challenge. But I'm sure with all these things taking place, you are going to do it. And when you actually put in your effort, Guru will take a note of it. And things are going to change for better, right? So that's a good blessing, very, very good blessing. Where will be your focus, my friend? Focus those thoughts which will keep playing in your mind 24/7. That's the focus. What will you keep thinking about throughout? That is nothing but your workspace. Because somehow, at this point in time, wherever you are, you feel a bit suffocated. You really want to experience more. You want to expand yourself. You want to change the current situation. You want to change your job. You want to expand your business trajectory. Enhance that. See, this is not the best of the time for you to experience the other side of it, right? I'll not recommend that. Rather, I'll tell you, this is the time to build the foundation. You anyways are going to get a lot of knowledge. I remember I told you through different areas. Version 2.0, remember? So while you are going to achieve so much in terms of knowledge, why not to make a repository and hold on to that? Let that foundation be so strong that when the time is right for you, which is not very far away, let me tell you, because I'm covering only 8 months of analysis, I'm not going beyond that purview. When I'll put up the video of Jupiter analysis, apart from these 8 months, but for the rest of the 4.5 months, I'll tell you which is the period which will be clicking for you in terms of workspace. And by that time, if you are ready with your foundation, with your knowledge, then you'll be taking very limited, very less time to off to a flying start. And if you're starting then and that point in time, you'll miss the bus, right? So this is not a time to feel like let down. No, this is the time to keep your head high in the hope that good days in terms of workspace are also around the corner. I'll need to keep working hard, keep building my foundation, and then I am ready. When the Guru will say you are ready, will ensure that things are opened up for you in workspace as well. And that's why focus is on workspace. What will be your pain area? Your pain area will be your relationship with your father. That is going to be your pain area. So now that you know it is going to be your pain area, so you can be very conscious about it and ensure that even such situation do not emerge. And even if you are getting into such situation in future, you stay quiet, you don't reciprocate, you don't react, so that things get calm. And your father shouldn't feel sad because of your behavior, right? So your role should be to make your father feel happy. It is fine you're not in alignment with the way he is thinking. That's okay. You can have your own journey, own life. But why to make him feel sad because of you? So whatever possible, howsoever possible, you can do and take steps to resolve. But at least now you know that that is an area which can bother you a bit. Okay? What is my caution to you? My caution to you is that in the area of money, you know that workspace is not working as you intend it to work, right? So keeping that context in mind, there can be some fluctuations in the income part of it. So that's my caution. So be very, very cautionary when it comes to spending, when it comes to investment, because that is an area you need to be careful about. Okay? You need to stabilize it as much as possible. What is my recommendation? My recommendation to you, if you are intending to get into a relationship, my recommendation, think about the possibility of taking it to the next level of getting married. You might not have thought about it. So why not think now? Because things are working in your favor. Guru is blessing you. If you decide to take it to the next level, then also things can change for you. Things can actually work out in your favor in a better way. That's the kind of recommendation I can give you. Okay? And who will be your support system? So support system is somebody in whom we like to confide when the chips are down. When we are feeling lonely, alone, we need some sympathy, some comfort, piece of word, who is that person? If you get to know, that is so great. So my friend, for you, during these 8 months, the support system is going to be your guru. How nice. Because the moment you stay in the guidelines of guru, the moment you are being regular, try to be regular with your puja and mantra. The moment you are trying your best to please your guru, guru is taking note of all your efforts. And then guru will actually be your support system in thick and thin. Guru will be there for you. Okay? That was my analysis for Libra. Let us move to Scorpio ascendant. Okay? So my Scorpio friends, few call-outs and then I begin the analysis for you. First, Jupiter's transit to Gemini will last for about 12 and a half months in totality. But this video, I'm covering analysis for 8 months. Which 8 months and why 8 months? I request you to revisit or visit the intro portion of 4 or 5 minutes hardly and get that visibility. And then you will be able to appreciate this analysis much more. Call out number 2. Generic analysis is this, right? You know that it is not about your individual natal horoscope. So let us respect those boundaries and appreciate this analysis in that framework. And call out number 3 is that I've already put up specific individual transit analysis for Rahu, for Saturn, for Hindu New Year or Vedic New Year. Those analysis will hold good in its own places. But this Jupiter's analysis, Jupiter is the guru, so it will have its own stamping authority, right? It will have its own say. It will be like one fine layer on the top of that. The only other analysis which can dare come closer to this Jupiter's analysis is Vedic New Year's analysis. That is Vedic in nature. So as long as you have visibility, you're covered under that of the Vedic analysis, that 1 year analysis and this Jupiter analysis, you are sorted. You're sorted, my friend. Now let's get into what is good for you, my friend. We're starting with good always, and now that we are talking about Jupiter, it has to be started with good. Good thing for you is a very good thing rather. See, in the workspace, the good thing is in workspace. If you're willing to take more responsibility, Jupiter will bless you, take more responsibility. If you're willing to take a break, Jupiter will say, okay, go and take a break. If you're willing, I want to work from home, Jupiter will bless you, granted. So basically, good thing is in your workspace that whatever you are desiring to get activated in workspace, with your prayer to your guru, things will get rectified. And let me tell you also, if you intend to work from home, rather situation will emerge in such a way that you actually will start to work from home. And if you do that, things will actually be in your favor. Things will come out very nicely. There'll be no objections or challenges by anybody. Rather, they'll be okay. Okay, go ahead, do it. That's the great thing. That's a great thing. Okay, good. Now, what will be the growth area? Now, when we are talking about Jupiter's transit, let us talk about growth. I'm not talking about Rahu analysis. When I talk about the illusion, it's Jupiter. So we have to talk about growth. The growth area. It's a very, very unique thing which is going to grow for you. And that's your consciousness. How can I build onto that? See, this is the phase when you will be in realization of your own self. And how you do that? Only when the guru blesses you. It doesn't happen with people automatically or all the time. But it is going to happen with you. You will realize that there are some powers, some natural powers are being energized for you. I'm not calling it Kundalini Shakti. That is becoming very technical and very specific. Because for that to happen, you need to have some teachers, you need to have some specification. I'm not going into that technical framework. I'm trying to keep it a bit generic. But you get the idea. You will realize that you're feeling a bit energized within you. And how does it happen? How that area will grow? Because you will be regular with your puja and all. Because this thought Guru will give, but such things do not get energized just by itself. You have to do some actions. But this period does carry a promise that this area of your life is going to grow. And when such area grows, When such area grows, it is not only relevant to your subconscious level. No. When your thoughts change, your actions also change. And when your actions change, Guru take a note of that. The Almighty take a note of that. And then they bless you more with material wealth as well. Right? So this is a very good thing to know that, okay, this area is going to grow, and grab it with both hands. Let that area grow to the fullest. And that is a real transformation. See, material wealth will be there, but this is a real transformation. You will be a better version of yourself after all these efforts. Won't you? Okay. What will be your blessings? Remember, we're talking about Jupiter's transit? So, blessings. Guru comes with blessings. Guru doesn't expect you to give something to the Guru. Guru gives blessings. So, what will be your blessing? Blessing number 1. Finances. You will not face challenge in the area of finances. That is a great thing to have. Remember, when the area of spirituality grows, you get blessings. And this blessing is coming in the form of wealth. So rather, I'll be right to call it out that not only you will have the spiritual wealth, also have the material wealth. Wonderful thing to have. Wonderful thing to know. Good. That's your blessing. Now, blessing number 2. Yes, there is more blessing for you, my friend. You will experience that if you have been intended to buy property for long, this is the time. Time will help you to go and buy a property. If you were intending to actually explore this area of real estate, make some investment and then reap benefits, this is the time. So this area of property and all is going to be with you, is going to favor you. So make best possible use of it. But with your individual accountability, the ownership rests with you. Remember, this is more of a generic analysis, not analysis for your individual natal chart. Don't forget that. Okay. And how are you going to generate wealth? The blessing is there. Remember, through spirituality, they're going to bless you. But at a tangible level, how? See, you will not be able to do it alone. That's the thing I like to call it out specifically. You need somebody's support. The question is, can I be specific? Who is going to support you? I can be. Your family will support you. That's a great thing to know. That's not it. People outside your family will support you. Hey, what I'm talking about? I'm covering everybody then? That's the beauty. That's the time. That's what it holds for you. Jupiter is blessing you with both hands. So you are going to get support from people from your family and people whom you don't know. Even those are going to support you. Don't know. Remember that. People outside whom you don't know. Right? Okay, good. Jupiter, remember Akash Tattva. Don't think how you will get to know. Jupiter's transit. Jupiter is Akash Tattva. It connects people. Jupiter will bring people to you. When I say you don't know, don't take literally. Jyotish is not to be taken literally ever. Don't know doesn't mean you don't know them at all. Even if you know the name, you have some hello, hi, basic level of introduction with them. That's even don't know. You're not doing any business transaction with them. Your engagement is not to the advanced level. So Jupiter will ensure that through Akash Tattva, it will get you connected. And then Jupiter gets you connected with, under Jupiter's radar, that connection remains for a long time. So it's a very good thing going to take place with you, my friend. Not a small thing. Okay, where will be your focus after going through all these things? Your focus is at such a nice place. I'm really elated. Your focus is on your transformation. And that's a wonderful place to put focus on. Wonderful place. While you know that the area of growth in your case is nothing but spirituality, though you're getting material wealth also. Now, it is a sign of, it is the hallmark of a great person that while you are getting material wealth, still you are able to focus on your transformation. Wow. See, think about it. Scorpio ascendant, natural 8th house of Kalpurush chart. Jupiter is transiting in the 8th house. Do I need to say more? That has to be a focus area. That has to be a focus area. Remember? Okay. So, and you will intend to find deeper meanings of life. And Jupiter, your guru, is supporting you. Great. Best wishes. Go for it. Okay. Spoken about a lot of goodies. Let's balance out the life. So let me speak about the pain area. Well, you will experience a bit of botheration in the area of relationship with your partner. Not necessarily your spouse. If you are in live-in, that partner. If you are interacting with somebody special, that partner. So that is a place which will bother you. You will experience that your spouse or your partner rather likes to take charge of all the things. Where is the scope for consultation or discussion? That's the kind of things you will experience. And that will bother you. What is my caution? My caution to you is very, very straightforward. You may experience that you are getting upset or angry over small things. So the caution is that you need to look at your behavior calmly, right? And make amendments where feasible. And a recommendation which is emanating from caution itself, do not take decisions when you are in that frame of mind. Fair enough? Basic common sense? Okay. What is my recommendation to you? That is also very straightforward. My recommendation to you is that you need to visit a doctor and get your full body health checkup done. Now, this is not to frighten you, my friend. As I explained in detail in my Saturn's transit video, when I talk about health, because in that video I specifically covered health in quite detail. My intent is not to generate fear in anybody's mind. Rather, I like to empower you by giving you visibility of Jyotish. Hey, things can go a bit haywire, and now I am being made aware about it in advance. Why not to take proactive steps? Let us not be reactive, but proactive. If you get your full body health checkup done, if something is amiss, whatever, with Jupiter's blessing, you can get cured with medication. As simple as that. Simple and straightforward. Who will be your support system? That's a very important thing. Regardless of all the blessings, we may end up at a stage in life where we feel the need to have some support from somebody in whom we can trust, in whom we can confide. And for you, that somebody is nothing but astrologers. How nice. See, what is when you get into a consultation with astrologers? What this consultation holds? It is not that any astrologer is coming up with some magic wand and doing some magic in your life. No. The remedy and all there. The main thing, the solace which we get from that consultation is that during that half an hour, 1 hour, the focal point of discussion is you. The astrologer is thinking about you. You are thinking about you. You are very happy to see that somebody else is taking so much interest in your life. And that's the best solace you get. You understand? That is nothing but Jyotish consultation. So when you have this astrologers as your support system, this kind of video, you will go through multiple videos on YouTube, whatever, wherever, you will find a lot of solace. You will enjoy it. You will feel, wow, I'm feeling happy to be able to get visibility out of this subject, right? So it is also a good time for you to get to know more about it, study more about it. Why not? If this is your support system, even while you study this subject, that can also act as your support and give you mental stability and mental strength. It will strengthen your mind. So this was my analysis for Scorpio. Let us move to Sagittarius ascendant. So my friend, few call-outs before I actually get into your specifications. One is that Jupiter's transit to Gemini sign is at a total level for 12.5 months, but I am covering 8 months in this analysis for you. Why 8 months and which 8 months? I request you to go to the intro section, 4-5 minutes of section. Then you will be able to appreciate this analysis much more. Fair enough? Second, this is more of a generic analysis, right? I'm not going to look at your natal horoscope. So let us respect the boundaries and appreciate the analysis in the right frame of mind. The third call out, the last call out is that I already have put across Rahu, Saturn and New Year analysis, transit analysis video specifically, those results will hold good. But Jupiter's results has the capability to supersede all others. Because Jupiter is Jupiter. Jupiter is Guru. It has its own stamping authority. The only other transit result which can dare to come closer to Jupiter's result is Vedic New Year analysis, which I also put that 1 year analysis and this Jupiter analysis, transit analysis. If you're aware about these two, you're sorted for good. So my Sagittarius friend, what is going to happen for you? Good. Or what good is going to happen for you? I always start with something good. And today when I'm talking about Jupiter, my favorite transit video, in addition to my Vedic New Year, these two transit videos are my favorite by far. So I'll have to start with something good is going to happen with you through this transit. All right. And I'm very pleased to share with you that your good is in your workspace. People at your workspace are going to value you. It looks like a very small statement, a very generic statement. No. When people at your workplace value you, they don't value you for what you are, but they value you for what you bring to the organization, what you bring to the table. They value you for your delivery, for your thoughts, for your ideas, for your initiatives, right? For your collaborations, for your team results. So it means if they're going to value you, it means all these areas you're going to excel. Wow, that's quite a lot, isn't it? That is a good thing going to happen with you. Excellent, excellent time, my friend. Very happy to share with you. Okay, what will be the growth area? Remember, we're talking about Jupiter's transit result. When Jupiter comes, the time of growth has come. So, in which area of your life you can expect growth? I just mentioned the good thing, people will value you. They actually value you for your knowledge, isn't it? Because of your knowledge, you are able to do all those things. Initiatives, collaboration, teamwork, delivery, ideas, right? So, the growth area is actually the area of Jupiter knowledge. Jupiter is blessing you to get a lot of opportunities to enhance your knowledge. Now, this growth area is not a very simple growth area. In whatever spectrum of life you are, in terms of your education, as a student, as a working professional, as a senior person, as a businessman, businesswoman, you need knowledge by your side. Wherever you are, you need your mind to understand the client mindset, to understand marketing strategies, to understand the stock market, to understand the economics, to understand the finances. You need that kind of knowledge wherever you are. So, Jupiter is blessing you that, hey, get the knowledge. Get the knowledge, apply the knowledge in your space, and let people appreciate you. And when people appreciate you, they give you more work. And then when you deliver, you get money in return. So it's a cycle. Right? Great. So that is a very good area to grow. Very, very good area to grow. The knowledge. Now, what will be your blessings? Jupiter, again, Guru is coming with blessings. Guru is not asking for something from you. Not much. Just follow the guidelines of Guru. But Guru is giving blessings with both hands. The first blessing which Guru is giving to you is in the area of finances. By now you know that with your knowledge you are able to impress upon different people and then money will come. That's fine. But specifically I'm calling it out through different combinations of this transit that you will not feel the problem of money. Rather, you will experience the beauty of wealth in this area. Income will be there for you wherever you need income. That's income will be your friend, will be on your side. Great. But how? Can I be a bit more specific? Well, do you need somebody's support to generate this income? No. This income you will be able to generate with your own efforts. I'm very pleased to say that with your individual efforts, with your own intelligence, with your own communications. Obviously, with Jupiter's blessing, you need Jupiter. But at this surface level, you are self-sufficient. With your own self, you will progress yourself and then be able to earn. Wow, Great, great blessing, isn't it? Is there some other blessings? Yes, and that's a very, very great blessing. Well, you got money, you got knowledge, what left? Okay, let me put it out in a very, very different way. So the blessing is of taking initiatives. Didn't I cover it earlier? I did, but that had a different connotation. Let me take another example. I've spoken about work in quite a detail. Let me get into the area of relationship. Those are the two most important areas in our lives. So let's say you want to get into a relationship and you want to propose to somebody. Okay? And you are not very sure whether the person will accept your proposal, whether the person likes you, considers you in that regard or not. But with Jupiter blessing on your side, Jupiter will give you the power to take initiative. You'll not think all this. You'll have that kind of courage to be able to reach out to that person, look into the eye of that person and say, hey, this is my proposal. I want to be with you. And the beauty about Jupiter's blessing, it is not Rahu's blessing, remember? Otherwise, the intent can be completely superficial. Jupiter's blessing, there has to be genuinity. You will be genuine. The proposal will be genuine. And Jupiter being Akash Tattva, Jupiter will give the experience to the other person whom you are proposing. That other person will get that vibes that this is a genuine proposal. Jupiter Akash Tattva will try to connect people, provided there is a genuine approach. How simple and straightforward. So that blessing, to be able to take initiative in different areas, is such a big blessing. That risk-taking capability, and for the right cause. Can you imagine how big blessing is this if utilized in the best possible way? Okay, good. So far so good. Moving forward, what will be your focus area? Now that is very unique. While you have all the things at your place, so what will be your focus area? Thoughts in your mind 24/7. What are you thinking about throughout? About your reputation. See, when somebody gets a lot of things, then the person is more concerned about the security of all those things. An image, how people think about me. They are considering me knowledgeable. Tomorrow, what if they start to consider somebody else more knowledgeable? That insecurity. So reputation will be very, very important for you. And that will be the focal point of your thoughts. Okay? Caution. My caution is straightforward. You may end up having more than one relationships. Now, it depends on situational aspect. It can be fine for somebody. It can be in a different direction completely for somebody. But let me tell you, as an astrologer, I know that when you are looking forward to get into a relationship with somebody, you're actually looking forward to get into a relationship from the perspective of marriage. And that's the best thing. That's the best thing. And there, Jupiter is going to support you. Jupiter is blessing you. If you're intending to take it to the next level of marriage, go for it. Thumbs up. This is the time, my friend. Okay. What will be your support system? Support system, as you know by now through my earlier videos, is that when you're not feeling that energetic, when your chips are down, you need somebody to be there to confide into, to go to somebody, to discuss, to share your things with that person. Your support system is going to be your friends. This is a good thing. It also means that you will have friends alongside you. Because remember, Jupiter being Akash Tattva, it is not Rahu. Otherwise, Rahu would have ensured that you are away from your support system rather. But because it is Jupiter, Jupiter will try to ensure that you are closer to your support system. It tries to connect people. Wow. That was my analysis for Sagittarius. Let's start with the Capricorn ascendant. So first of all, this Jupiter's transit to Gemini, the overall duration is though 12.5 months. In this video, I am covering 8 months. Which are those 8 months and why 8 months? I request you to visit the intro portion of this video, about 4-5 minutes duration, so that you have the visibility of the 8 months, which 8 months, and then you will be able to appreciate this analysis much more. And second is that this is going to be a generic analysis based merely on transit of Jupiter. It is not about your individual natal horoscope, as you know. So let's respect those boundaries and understand this analysis from that frame of mind. And third call out before I actually start getting into your ascendant per se is that I've already put across individual transit videos of Rahu transit, Saturn transit, Hindu New Year transit, Vedic New Year transit. Those results will hold good. But this Jupiter's transit results will be like a fine layer of stamping on top of that. Because Jupiter being Guru, it has its own stamping authority. The only other transit result which can dare to come closer to this kind of vicinity of Jupiter's transit result is Vedic New Year's transit result, the video which I put across earlier to that. Now, if you have the visibility of that Hindu New Year's transit result for the next 1 year and Jupiter's transit result, then you are well covered. You're sorted. Okay? Okay. So for Capricorn friends, what's good for you in this transit? We always start with good. So for you specifically, I'm delighted to share this with you, my friends, that for you, things are going to open up now in a big way, in a nicer way, in your workspace. And you have been waiting for that to happen for so long. I know you have been working so hard, so diligent in your space. Now the time has come. Jupiter is going to come and bless you, my friend. If you were in a service sector and you wanted to explore new industries and service scope, you want to just take a new, fresh lease of life, this is the time. Jupiter will ensure that you are provided new opportunities, new areas, new responsibilities, new challenges. Challenges will be there, definitely. But you are going to prove it to those challenges. Okay? If you're in business space, definitely your strategies will start to work, which were not working earlier. You will be able to understand the client behavior much more. You will be able to take such measures which will eventually enhance your revenue and bottom line in P&L. Yes, you will be able to build on to your relationship with your stakeholders, your partners, your clients, your customers. Yes, the time has come for you, my friend. Go for it. Go for it. Okay. Now, what will be the growth area? Talking about Jupiter's transit, so growth has to be there in our mind. So which specific area is going to be growing for you? That's quite tricky. So my friend, you may experience that you are being invited to different parties. So booze can be on the higher side, right? So all such things can increase. But Jupiter, Guru's blessing is with you. So he will give you wisdom to take the right call. If you are able to follow Guru at that point in time, then you are able to save yourself, or you will be able to save yourself. Otherwise, that area has the potential to grow. So that is also a caution. I've never, in my earlier ascendant sections, I have not merged this area of growth with caution. Because whatever is about to grow is about to grow. Why to have some caution? But for you, I'm saying very specifically, because this area is not a very good area to grow. You understand? So you need to apply a bit of caution in that space. But yes, remember, Guru is with you. Don't forget that. What will be your blessing? See, Guru comes to bless people. So it is good for us to know that which areas or what will be the blessing for you specifically. First of all, it is going to come in the field of finances. Wow. Wow. So far, you've had some tough days. Now, it is your time. While the workspace is going to open up for you, this area of money is not going to bother you again. It's a wonderful blessing, and you wanted that blessing desperately, don't you? Yes. You can afford to smile now. Okay? What is the other blessing? So the other blessing is coming from the family. So I'll build on to that later. So, but the blessing is that your family will also support you. I'll stop myself here at this juncture, but this itself is going to be a very big blessing. I'll explain it later. Is there some other blessing? Yes, my friend. The other blessing is there, and that is very, very peculiar. That you will get ample opportunities to interact. Because remember, we are talking about Jupiter, which is nothing but Akash Tattva. It will try to bind you. The moment it opens up the workspace, It will also open up another channel for you to interact with different people. Your interaction will increase. You are going to meet different people at their spaces. People will travel to come to your place of work, right? If you're working from home to your workplace, wherever you are. And that interaction is happening because of Akash Tattva, Jupiter. So that will be for long. That will be for good causes. There will be no backstabbing in those relationships. The dealings, the business transaction will be for good. So that is a very, very good blessing for you. And those interactions will actually help you in terms of getting more work, delivering more work, and then enhance your earning and wealth potential. Okay. Will there be any other blessing? Yes, my friend. So your relationship will enhance and improve. That is a wonderful thing to have. So relationship at your workplace with your senior stakeholders, so to say. I'm more interested in relationships with senior stakeholders. That is going to improve a lot. Hey, but Capricorn people, I know your problem area has been that a relationship is good either external level and or internal. I mean, you have rarely seen days when it has been good at both the junctures. You can afford to smile, my friend, if I share good news with you that now Guru is in the mood to bless you full-fledgedly. So while you're experiencing good relationship at your workplace, which is external, you're also going to experience fairly good relationship with your family at home, which is at internal level. I told you I'll build it on later. So you may experience that the entire family sitting together, having meals together. That's a wonderful thing to experience. When such things happens in person's life, the person feels like this is the real blessing of the Almighty. When the entire family is sitting together having dinner, having a meal, be it breakfast, lunch or dinner. Highly likely breakfast or dinner. But dinner when everybody is retired, back from the work, in the mood to spend some nice experiences of the day and spend some nice time together as a unit. So you are going to get that experience now. Okay? So what will be your focus area? So what the thing which will be playing in your mind 24/7? Nothing but the work, my friend. The thing which is going to open up after so many days, months, weeks. So obviously when such thing will open up, you are raring to go to prove yourself to the world. So that's why you'll be thinking about that throughout. That is going to be your focus area. Okay. Shall we balance out the life? Spoken about some goody things, right? So what will be your pain area? The first pain area. Relationship. In the scope or the space of a relationship with your friends. Specifically, those who are younger to you. Or I can also expand this to your younger siblings. Okay, so that can actually bother you. Just be mindful. Now that you know, you need to balance out yourself to be able to listen to that other person's point of view. So that you are able to avoid that conflict and that pain area can actually go away. Ultimately, when you get the visibility of an upcoming imminent potential challenge, you can take some remedial measures. The other pain area that will emanate from your success. When people see you getting successful, then there will be some challenges in competition. So that can bother you a bit. And also you need to be mindful about your health. Okay? So that's there. And what's my caution? My caution to you, you can get agitated easily, even by the smallest of the things. Need to be a bit more cautionary towards such things. Okay? What is my recommendation? Now that recommendation is emanating through caution. If you're getting agitated and angry and then being reactive, that can burn the bridges. Akash Tattva Jupiter is there, it's helping you to connect with different people, but it is now your responsibility to respect the boundaries. Don't be reactive. So an easy thing you can adopt whenever you get agitated, simple philosophy will everybody can recommend. Count from 1 to 10. The moment you are reaching till 10, obviously you are a more balanced person and then you will respond in a more balanced way. Excuse me, simple thing, common sense. My recommendation number 2. Remember the growth area in the area of vices? You need to keep a tab on your urge to be intimate with opposite sex. That's a strong recommendation to you. Okay? Who will be your support system? Support system, who is that? By now you know by my videos. Somebody, when your chips are down, when you need to be with somebody, there has to be somebody in whom you can confide. That's your support system. Remember? So if you get to know about your support system, how nice that could be. So for you, my friend, support system will be with your guru. And if you really consider your guru to be your support system, then that recommendation number 2, so be able to stay on the right path, will not even emerge, because you are in the direction, in the guidelines of your guru. You are considering paying heed to the words of your guru. Automatically things will sort out on its own. So make best possible use of your support system. That was my analysis for Capricorn. Let's move forward to Aquarius. So my Aquarius friends, I've been saying this to all my ascendant friends so that they are aware about it. The first thing is that this Jupiter's transit will last for 12.5 months. You know that. 14th May this year to 1st of June next year. But my analysis for this video is for 8 months. Why 8 months and which 8 months? I request you to go to my intro portion, 4-5 minutes hardly, and then you will have the visibility of those 8 months and why 8 months, and you will be able to appreciate this analysis much more. Second thing is that, see, I have spoken about Rahu's transit, Saturn's transit, Hindu New Year or Vedic New Year earlier. The results will hold good for these transits, but Jupiter's transit is special, my favorite. So Jupiter, being Guru, has its authority. It has its own say. So I'll place Jupiter's transit result as a fine layer on top of other transits. They have its own say, but Jupiter has its own authority. So as long as you are understanding the impact or the results of Jupiter transit and the results of Vedic New Year, 1 year's transit, the video which I put across earlier, you are well covered. Then you are sorted. And you also appreciate that this is a generic analysis, not for your individual horoscope. So respecting the boundary, let us understand these results from that mindset. What good is going to happen for you, my Aquarius ascendant friend? See, I'm very delighted to share this good thing with you, because this good thing doesn't happen with people generally. People has to be of that capability who can afford this good thing to happen with themselves, with them. That is nothing but in the sphere of your personality. So your conduct, your integrity, your character, your values, you will be able to uphold. That is the good thing going to happen with you. It is not a generic motherly statement. It has its own material advantages as well. As I move forward, as I build onto it, you will understand what I mean. So when people will look out these values in you, they will appreciate. They will understand you are a person on whom they can trust. And once the trust comes, things start to flow. Things start to take its own shape. I'll explain it in a different way later. What will be the growth area? As we are talking about Jupiter's transit, let us speak about things going to grow in your life. Which are the areas? And I'm also very happy to see that for you, it is in the sphere of followers. Now, let us not be restricted and rigid in Jyotish when we speak about followers. Followers can be anybody. If you are at home, your children can be your followers. If you are outside, people at workspace, junior, senior, anybody whom you are teaching something can be your follower. If you are a YouTuber, the followers are there, which are there in terms of numbers on your YouTube channel, but actually a lot of people who are not your subscribers, who are not liking your videos, still they are your followers. You don't know, they are your invisible followers. If you are in business sphere, right, you're meeting clients, though client is supposed to pay to you, still the way you explain your product. They can become your follower. That you are a saleswoman in a gemology shop, you are a gemologist. I can speak about gemology because I am a gemologist. So then, unless you are telling your prospective client who has come to buy that gemstone from you, if you are explaining, okay, I understand the mines to market. How does this gemstone come and travel the journey from mines to market? Why this is natural? So when you're sharing with your knowledge, that becomes your follower. So the growth area, I'm very happy that this area is going to grow. So you will see that your followers are going to grow. Wonderful. Because ultimately that can translate into monetary terms. And if I bring it back, come back to your home, when I mentioned that your children can be your followers, the other connotation, followers are going to grow, so that if you are thinking about family planning, then this can be a potential growth. This is a good time for a new entrant to your family. Congratulations and welcome and best wishes. Okay, what will be your blessings? So Jupiter we are talking about. When Guru comes with blessings. No doubt people are valuing you, your conduct, your personality as a whole, and you are experiencing growth in followers. But why it is happening? It is both these things are happening because of this blessing I'm going to talk about now. The root cause of whatever I've spoken about so far for you is this blessing. And this blessing is not a simple blessing. Jupiter is going to color you in its own color. What is Jupiter's color? Now don't tell me it's yellow. In this context, Jupiter's color is Jupiter's attributes. Okay? So Jupiter's attributes is learning, knowledge. So Jupiter has decided to bless you with its color, that is with knowledge and learning. How amazing. And when that happens, regardless of the area you are as a student, as a higher student in college, as executive course student, as student while you're working in job or service or business, wherever you remain a student throughout your life. And at all these junctures, when Jupiter is blessing you, okay, go and get knowledge and apply that knowledge in your area of work. Amazing. That's why people are valuing you, your personality, your conduct, your morality, your character. Because you are a person of knowledge. You're a person of learning. You have that kind of capability. And that's why they're giving you more responsibilities, more projects. And then you're delivering with your knowledge. That's a cycle which is happening. Okay. What is the other blessing? In the area of finances. Obviously, when you are proving yourself with your capabilities, when you're coming up with ideas, you're going to get income as well. So that's why this is, I'm calling out specifically, because income, finances has to be called out specifically so that it boosts your morale. Okay? How? How are you going to get the earning? Obviously through knowledge, I have briefly alluded, but at a material level. Do you need somebody's support? No. You are self-sufficient. You are Aquarius, my friend. You are self-sufficient. With your own efforts and your own intelligence, you're able to get this done. Thumbs up. Go for it. What will be your focus area? That's an important thing to know, right? Now, it is very peculiar. While you have a lot of knowledge alongside, you are still, the focus area is that area, the thoughts come into your head 24/7. And that's nothing but the area of work. You are a bit of skeptical about your current work situation. You want to see a change, which is not happening. And that's why it is your focus area. What is my recommendation to you? Should you change immediately? Should you stay put? I will say should not look for change at this point in time. Look for change. Look out for change. There's no harm in looking out for change, but things will not materialize for you in the shorter run. Okay? So, rather you need to build on your capabilities, set that foundation, set that platform so that when the time will come for change, you are ready. Build up on that knowledge base, build up on your capabilities and wait for the right opportunity. What will be your pain area? Pain area is also in the area of finances. By now, I told you that there are different ways you are able to get money. That's there. That is there. But my friend, these are 8 months we are talking about. 8 months is a long time. Time doesn't remain constant, keeps on changing, right? So there can be some points in time during these 8 months where you will feel that this finance are dwindling. It is not being constant and consistent. So that's where you need to be a bit careful. And this can actually be a pain area for you. Well, towards the end of the video, anyways, I'm going to talk about the timings in these 8 months so that you can be aware about the supportive time in terms of your workspace and take actions accordingly so that this wealth problem can be resolved to some extent. Okay. Now, what is my recommendation? When you are interacting with your partner, right, it is advisable to put focus on the mutual strength areas or individual strength area. That is a better way to put across. I know you have a lot of strengths, knowledge, etc. at your place. Everybody is unique. Your partner will have strength in different areas. So put focus on those. That will be a level playing field. Otherwise, if you put focus only on your strength area and expect the same kind of knowledge from your partner in return, may or may not be there, that can lead to conflicts. So to avoid the conflict, now you know how you can avoid in the first place by putting focus on each other's strength areas and finding common grounds to talk. Fair? Okay. Now, what will be the caution for you? Well, caution is in the area of reputation. If you are not paying attention to your delivery, if you are not being vigilant, then your reputation can get impacted. It is good to give advice, give recommendation to others when they are asking for it from you, but need to be professional. When you're exhibiting your knowledge in your workspace, need to be aware that you are saying or using such words which are professional and will not come back to bite you. Need to be covered with data. You should be able to substantiate your recommendation with data, facts, figures, and findings so that nobody can put questions on your recommendations later on. So your reputation is an area I would like you to be more vigilant about. Okay. And who is your support system? Support system is that person in whom you can confide, right? When you feel the need, nothing but your guru. So as long as you are within the vicinity of your guru, in your head, you are following the teachings of your guru, you are sorted. Guru is your support system. Very big blessing. So that was my analysis for Aquarius. Let's move forward to Pisces. So when I reach Pisces ascendant, I feel like I'm covering the entire cycle. A very good feeling. Okay. So my Pisces friend, first of all, Jupiter's transit at a whole will be there for about 12 and a half months. You know that in Gemini. But I'm covering 8 months in this video. Why 8 months and which 8 months? I request you to go to the intro portion of this video, 4-5 minutes, so that you're aware. Unless you will not be able to appreciate this analysis much. Second is that this is more of a generic analysis basis Jupiter's transit. It is not for your natal horoscope. So let us respect the boundaries and appreciate the analysis from that mindset. Okay. In the third call out, before I actually begin into your specific analysis, that I've already dealt with Rahu, Saturn and New Year transit analysis. That result will hold good. This Jupiter's analysis results will add a fine layer on top of the early analysis done. Jupiter being Guru will have its own say, stamping authority. Jupiter is the Guru. So the only other transit result which can dare to come close to this vicinity of Jupiter's result is only Vedic New Year's transit result. So as long as you have the knowledge of that Vedic New Year's transit result and Jupiter's transit result, you are well covered. With that context, what is going to be good for you in this Jupiter's transit result? Good, I always start with good. So let's find out. For you, Oh, I'm so delighted to share with you that for you, the thing which is going to be good for you is in your home space. So your actions will actually have its own repercussions, as you know. So it means the action which you're going to take, and if out of those repercussions you're feeling good at your home, it means you're going to take good actions. The other connotation this good has. And I'm very happy because when you are feeling good at your home, oh, you are actually at genuine peace. And when you are at peace at your home, right? When you feel like going to your home and then you feel happy, then actually you feel to use your energies in a much, much better way at your workspace, in other areas. So this good thing happening at your home is wow, is just wow. Just experience this, pleasure this, derive a lot of pleasure out of this. What will be your growth areas? See, Jupiter's transit. So Jupiter is synonym with growth. So which area of your life you are going to experience growth? That's a very good area. That's a very, very good area. I'll call it out that you will see a lot of growth happening in the area of your efforts. And when you actually put in a lot of efforts, then Guru will take a note of it. Almighty takes a note of it. And then they bless you even more. So ultimately, it is your efforts which can please Guru. The ultimate result lies with Guru. He will bless you if you put more and more efforts. And when the area of efforts is going to grow, then wow. See, otherwise, being Piscean, efforts is synonym to you. You are not averse to put in efforts. And now this area is going to grow. So make the best possible advantage of this area of growth and please your Guru so that you are blessed with other material benefits. Okay. What will be the blessings of Guru? Guru is coming to bless you. The biggest blessing you are going to get is very, very unique in itself. The blessing of time management. Now, Guru is going to bless you to be able to take decision when to take a break. So, let me build onto this. And how do I build onto this? So, time management, I'll not restrict myself to say that it is applicable only in the workspace. When Guru is blessing you with the capability of time management, you are applying this blessing in entire life, work as well as family space. So now you are able to differentiate your work from your family. And that is the reason your family is happy with you. Otherwise, being Piscean, your Lagna and 10th house shares by Jupiter. So it's all about work for you. But now you will appreciate the benefit of time management. Okay. What is the other blessing? The other blessing is linked to your food. You will get good food to it. It's a very, very good blessing because once you get good food to eat, you feel really happy inside. Once your stomach is full, you feel happy. Don't you? So that's a good benefit, good blessing. With this blessing, you'll also have good thoughts. So another blessing, right? Is there more? Well, a very, very unique blessing for you, my friend. That you will get the chances to interact with different people. Jupiter, Akash Tattva will ensure that interaction is for good. And those people will help you with your work. It's a very, very good blessing coming your way, right? So a lot of good things to talk about. And because you have the first blessing, the blessing of being able to manage your time, that is the key. Remember that. Be it in the sphere of your interaction with different people, be it in the sphere of being able to have good food with your family and being able to feel happy and at ease, at peace with the family, that blessing of being able to manage your time will really help you. As I move forward, I'll again take a clue from this time management and explain. Where will be your focus? Now, focus area is that those thoughts which play in your mind 24/7. That's the focus area. And your focus area is nothing but your health. And let me tell you, because of Jupiter's blessings of time management, you will be able to manage your health pretty well. How? So let's say you are working. Okay, after every half an hour, 1 hour, you'll feel like I need to stand up. I need to walk a bit. I need to flex my leg muscles. You're paying attention to your health. You'll feel like after every few minutes, 15, 20 minutes, I need to look 20 feet away and do the exercise of my eyes. All the ergonomical thing which you're aware of, you will actually implement now. After every 1 hour or so, you'll get up, go to the vending machine and fill your glass with water and come back. You take water. You'll not put the water bottle at your desk. No. Then you will not get the excuse to get up. You'll get up, go to the machine, fill the glass of water and then drink it. So you will ensure the time management to the core. That's how you will be able to take care of your health. Your focus area will be on your health, but you will be able to manage your health as well. How nice. What will be your pain area? That's quite unique as well. So otherwise, being Piscean, ocean, water flows always because stagnant water is not good. So your thoughts flow, your actions flow quite naturally. But now you're going to experience a bit of lethargy in your thoughts, in your actions, which will bother you. Because you don't like you to be a bit lethargic or lazy. You like to be active. And that can very well be your pain area. Okay. My caution to you, see, you will be a charmer. People will attract to you like a magnet. Because of your personality? No. More of because of what you bring to the table. The way you conduct, the way you kind of present yourself by your thoughts, by your overall personality, not by your physical attributes per se. By your overall personality, you will be like a charmer to others. So why I'm putting this in a caution? See, when more people getting attracted to you, there is an inherent risk of you also getting attracted to somebody because of their physical attributes, the way they are conducting themselves. So that lustful thoughts can come into play. So that's why I'm putting it under caution. My recommendation to you, when so many things are happening for you for good, when Guru is supporting you, my recommendation, why not we explore the area of transformation? Can you do it by your own? No, you can't. But because Guru is on your side, Guru is giving you those kind of thoughts, it is for you to tread that path and build onto it and make a better version of yourself for good. Because transformation is not merely a word. When you get into that journey, you realize the deeper meaning of life, and then your thoughts, your actions, everything change. And not only it will come with a material benefit, but it has its own repercussions. So once you are transformed, I'll be right to say that you are not only spiritually rich, but you are materially rich. So that's how it can bring the transformation for you. Okay. What will be your support system? The support system, as by now you know, is that somebody in whom you can confide when you're down, when you are feeling low. For you, that support system is your mother. And in astrology, let us not restrict ourselves to mother in literal term. Mother is a very broad term. I'll stop myself here. But when I'm saying mother is going to be your support system, let me also add, because it is driven by Jupiter Akash Tattva, as my Guruji Pandit Sanjay Rath always say and teaches me. So Akash Tattva ensures that you're closer to your support system. So you will also do a lot of things for your support system, for your mother. Mother, not literal mother. Okay. So this was my analysis for Pisces Ascendant. So now let's get into the remedial portion and the timings aspect of it. So as you know, Jupiter is transiting to Gemini sign on 14th of May 2025. And as my intro section I mentioned, this is Gemini sign, and the first 5 months Jupiter will be direct and in the sign of Gemini. So in those 5 months, when Jupiter is entering into Gemini, it is entering into Mrigashira Nakshatra. It will be there for 1 month. And the next 2 months, it will be in Ardra Nakshatra. And the last 2 months, before it enters sign of Cancer, the last 2 months in Gemini, it will be in Punarvasu Nakshatra. So far, so good? Fair. Now, we know, as per Vimshotri lordship only, Mrigashira Nakshatra is lorded by Mars. Ardra Nakshatra is lorded by Rahu. Punarvasu Nakshatra is lorded by Jupiter. Easy. So the first month of transit of Jupiter into Mrigashira Nakshatra, which is lorded by Mars. Now, how is the relationship of Jupiter with Mars? Even before that, let us also keep this in mind that Jupiter is transiting into the sign of Gemini. The mutual relationship is not good. One considers the other as enemy, the other considers one as neutral. So it's an inimical relationship. With that at the back of our mind, how is the relationship of Jupiter with Mars, the first nakshatra lord? Good. Both considers each other as a mutual friend. Happy, no problem. But both Jupiter and Mars are at loggerheads with each other. Why? We just discovered that both are mutual friends. Then what is the problem? See, the challenge. If you see, where does Jupiter gets exalted? In the sign of Cancer. And where does Mars gets exalted? In the sign of Capricorn. So Cancer and Capricorn are opposite to each other. So the house where the planets are getting exalted, they're feeling best, elated, happy, are opposite to each other. So it means they get joy from things which are opposite to each other. So how can be their friends? Now, this is an oxymoron. Absolute contradiction. How do we then come to a conclusion and why it is happening? If you think calmly, think about the king's court when king is allocating portfolios. Commander-in-chief, who is the Mars, and Rajguru or Raj Jyotish is Jupiter. So what is the responsibility of Mars, the commander-in-chief, to ensure the safety of the kingdom? And what is the way in which he ensures that? By killing the enemies. Simple and easy way. And what is the responsibility of Rajguru or Raj Jyotishi, Jupiter, to ensure the safeguard of the kingdom? And how does he achieve that? By ensuring that not only king is doing the right deeds by yajna, puja, all these things, so as to achieve the blessings of the Almighty, but also staying ahead in the game by advising the king that, okay, your enemy can be thinking like this. We have to stump the enemy by taking one level ahead. So that Rajguru or Raj Jyotishi ensures battle is won without even picking the sword. That is the best victory, when you don't even have to pick the sword and still you are winning the battle. That is the intent of Jupiter. Jupiter wants peace. Still Jupiter wants safeguard for the kingdom. So ultimate objective of both Jupiter and Mars is same, safeguarding the kingdom. That is why they are friends. They are in the court of the king, sitting together. But their methods are completely opposite. That is why they are at loggerheads. While Jupiter wants peace, Mars wants killing. Completely opposite to each other. When Jupiter is going to transit the first month to the nakshatra lorded by Mars, Mrigashira, do you think Jupiter will be at its natural best? No. So we need a remedy in that area. Jupiter will not be at its natural best. It will not be in the position. It will be dealing with the tactics of Mars during that journey. It will not be free to bless and do what it could normally do. All right. Now after Mars, Jupiter is entering into Ardra Nakshatra the next 2 months. 5 months of period. First month Mars, next 2 months Ardra Nakshatra. How is Jupiter with Rahu? Ardra is dotted by Rahu. Loggerheads. Absolute loggerheads. People may call it Guru Chandal. I'll not go into that nomenclature. By itself, Rahu's way of working is completely different. Jupiter is completely different. You know it all. Go to my Rahu's transit analysis. Absolutely anarchy. So Jupiter cannot be its natural best again. So Jupiter, we need remedy in that area in those 2 months. Now next, the last 2 months of Gemini is direct in Punarvasu Nakshatra, lorded by Jupiter. Wow! So now Jupiter can be free from the play of Rahu, and aggression of Mars can be at its natural best. So the first takeaway, when we're talking about remedy, Out of these 5 months, first 5 months, first 3 months, we need remedies. We need remedies. Last 2 months of these 5 months period, we are still okay. We are still okay. We can live without remedies. Still okay. And I'm covering the period of 8 months, remember? This is the first 5 months. And next 5 months, when Jupiter, first 5 months, Jupiter is transiting or transversing direct in Gemini, in going to Cancer for the 1 month, half month coming back, retrograde, entering Gemini retrograde, 3 months retrograde in Gemini, and then 3 months direct in Gemini. So when it became direct in Gemini, it was just at the cusp of Punarvasu Nakshatra. While retrograde, it did not enter into Ardra Nakshatra. Good thing. It stayed in Punarvasu. So the last 3 months of journey, 11th of May 2026 till 1st of June 2026, broadly we can say last 3 months, like May, June, 11th of March, 2026 till 1st of June 2026. So we can say March, April and May, 3 months. Okay. Jupiter will be in Punarvasu Nakshatra, lorded by Jupiter. So will be at its natural capabilities. So we may not need that robust remedies in that period. So broadly, in this 8 months of analysis, the first takeaway, we need remedies in the first 3 months of Jupiter's transit. 14th May onward, first 3 months. Okay. Now moving forward, building up to find out when do we need remedies and what kind of remedies and what should be the quantum of remedies. How to find the quantum of remedies. Let's talk about, people say Jupiter is Atichari. What is Atichari? When Jupiter is running. Why? And what kind of Atichari? Can we compare? What is the normal speed? See, when Jupiter in the first 5 months is in Gochara Nakshatra, covering 2 padas, first pada is covering in 15 days, second in 14. So the average speed is 14.5 days. When Jupiter is in Ardra Nakshatra, 4th pada it's covering in 56 days. Average speed, 14 days. Last Punarvasu Nakshatra, it is covering in 64 days. But remember my friend, it is only covering 3 padas because the 4th pada of Punarvasu lies in Cancer. 64 days, 4 padas. So speed has reduced because the average speed is 21 days per pada. So just to help you out, what is the normal speed of per pada? With 21 days of average speed per pada, it can cover the entire Rashi. 9 pada is 6 months. But we actually want Jupiter to traverse the Rashi in 1 year, 12 months. So the average speed, the natural normal speed should be around 40 days. And think about situation when Jupiter was in Mrigashana Nakshatra covering 14.5 days per pada and Ardra Nakshatra in 14 days. So fast compared to natural speed of 40 days per pada. Jupiter is not happy, scared or just want to run away from those spaces. How can it be natural best? We do need remedies. And even when Jupiter has come to Punarvasu Nakshatra, but think about a situation when a car is in 5th gear and it wants to slow down, it will come down gradually, reduce the speed gradually. So Jupiter though is feeling happier coming in own nakshatra. Still, it is covering the nakshatra in 21 days per pada, whereas the naturally speed should have been 40 days. Oh my goodness. So we do need remedies also. While in the first 3 months, your remedy dose. Now the dose basis the speed could be 2 to 3 mala or 4 mala. And this could be 1 mala, but we still need to do mala of mantra. Okay. Now if I talk about the month of March to June, the next 2026 March to June, there the average speed is 27 days. Even better. It is getting slower. Still Atichari, but slower. 14 days to 21 days it's reached in the last 2 months here, this year. And then last phase of its transit, it has reached to 27 days per pada. So very much improved. Not that afraid or scared. Still you will need 1 mala of remedy. It is not at its normal speed. That's how we decide the quantum. You go to doctor tells, take this medicine, morning and evening 2 dose. But if the ailment is grave, he may recommend you to take 3 doses. If it is just okay, he can take SOS. Likewise, this can give a subtle indication, the quantum of malas. Okay. Now, We figured out when do we need the remedy and how much propensity. What can be the remedy? I don't want to share specific mantras that doesn't make sense. That is more relevant for natural individual horoscope, normal individual horoscope. So for this, the best remedy for every ascendant person, which everybody can follow at the public platform, I can share. Do Om Namah Shivaya. The best remedy. Everybody can follow. Now you know the remedy. Now you know the dosage, the quantum, and now you know when to do. How nice. But hey, I was supposed to share the timings also. Let me do that right away. Why timing and what can it help us with? We know I've covered this analysis for 8 months. So far, so good. But in those 8 months, if I get some additional visibility, which are the supportive time, when I take actions, I get the likelihood of getting the favorable outcome is higher. That is a supportive time. If I have that kind of visibility, it will be like icing on the cake. So I will share the supportive time from 2 different perspectives. One, work perspective, because that is an area which really bothers us a lot. And second, relationship. If we are sorted in those 2 areas, the rest of the thing we can manage. Okay. So work area, out of the 8 months, I'll tell you 4 months at different junctures. So if you can wait for that supportive time, it will be great. Take all work related action like submitting tender, submitting a proposal, submitting a project report, So interacting with your boss, if you can wait, interacting with some senior officials, whatever important decision linked to your work. If you can wait for that supportive period, there's highly likelihood things will work in your favor. Which are those 4 months? Second half of May 2025. Second half of July 2025. So 1 month is covered, half and half. Then full month of September 25. 2 months covered. Then first half of October 25. October 18 is our deadline. Second half of April 26 and the entire month of May 26. So these are the 4 months out of 8-month window. Supportive period for work. Now let's shift our focus to finding out supportive period of relationships. And I'll give you 5 months out of 8 months. We need more time to sort out our relationships, shouldn't we? Don't we? Second half of May 2025. Second half of June 2025. Second half of July 2025. Second half of August 2025. And second half of September 2025. A lot of second halves. A relationship is all about second half. Okay. First half of October 2025. Second half of March 2026. First half of April 2026. And second half of May 2026. Please make best possible use of these periods. So today is Chaitra Shukla Purnima and a great day, Hanuman Jayanti. So I wish all of you a very happy Hanuman Jayanti. I just cannot stay away from Hanumanji. Hetvik is all about my surrender to Hanumanji. Hetvik means Hanuman, Hetvik Ratna Jyotish. So I'll see you soon with my another video. Until then, Om Namah Shivaya.